It's you.
It's me. Okay, guys, we're just sharing to groups. Already getting activity in the other room. We're sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. All right, I think we're good. I don't know how many people are joined so far, but I think that's it, guys. I just have to change. I have to share it to 2 more pages, and we are done. As you guys can hear the church bells, we're going to be going over that, so that'll be interesting. Okay, I give up. No more. Oh, no, don't look at the wall. Don't do that. Hello, everyone. Okay, real quick, I must share to the Divine Meeting page because we have a ton of people waiting on that site. So we are going to share. I have to go to my page, I'm guessing. So how is everybody tonight? Yay, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Okay, wait, I need to do this. You can see I wrote on my hand to remind me to bring singing bowls to the event. I'm in that kind of mood, guys. Just, yeah, just bear with me. All right, one more page. Welcome, Mindy. Glad you caught me. It's been a while, but that's it. But I missed you guys. I'll share to one more page. Cove. And that's it, guys. Let me pull up what I need to pull up here. Oh boy. We are going to do an experiment tonight, guys. We're going to turn out the lights. It's going to be a lot of fun. Super fun. Beverly, I used to live in Florida, Orlando, actually. I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't see. I'm blind. Jody says she's ready to take notes. I wish I had a pen because that just reminded me I needed a pen. I think I have one. I think I have one in here in my bag. In my treasure trove of paperwork. Treasure trove of paperwork. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. I don't know. Oh my gosh, this thing is just... what? I have no pen. This is nuts. Guys, look at this. Ready? Oh, wait, does it keep freezing? We might have to pop out and come back in. I just noticed that. Guys, if it keeps freezing, will you guys let me know? Look, guys, ready? I got 2 glasses, and they're awesome. I got these ones, and then I got these ones. Which do you guys like? No, Gina, we do, but that family has to literally come to me. I don't actually go looking for them. Is this a pen? Is it freezing on your end, guys? I keep seeing streaks. Gina, Scotty says, hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Gina.
Shared. I think on my end it's a little slow, so I'm still waiting on people. Okay, if it starts freezing, we can go out and come back in, and I'll take it off the Wi-Fi. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they're messing with me already because I have a ton. Guys, I have all these notes. You have no idea. I have all these notes. These are my notes. Just so I have ADD. I'm all over the place. So gonna have to bear with me. The first ones, you guys don't like these? Are these too Harry Potter for you?
Those are my favorite.
Are they the same? No, these ones are black. And these ones are brown. And they take up half my face.
Those are my favorite.
I know. Second pair. I'm frozen? Seriously? I think I might have to go off the network.
I would just go off of it if it's going to keep doing that.
All right, guys. Oh, it's good there. I know. Okay. Here's what I could do. Can you go on and see if it's freezing for you? Let me get off that. Okay, so all right, good. All right, so we're just gonna kind of get into stuff.
Okay, wait, I'll keep it on just for a little bit and see if it freezes.
I'll switch on and off. How about that, guys? Half the show I'll do it in these, half the show I'll do it in the other.
There you go.
All right. Okay, so there's a couple things people wanted me to talk about. The biggest thing I want to talk about, well, okay, one of the things I want to talk about is Alzheimer's. Okay, a lot of people suffer from this. I don't think a lot of people understand what's actually going on with them. They come in and out. Maybe they remember certain people, they don't remember other ones. But here's what happens when I do I just saw frozen, I went to go with feeling. What I do on a healing is there's a red funnel up in the frontal lobe that spins when I do a healing on an Alzheimer's patient or a dementia patient. So it spins up in here. It's like a little funnel. And what happens is they're splitting reality, okay? They're going in and out of different realities. So the funnel allows them to go in and out. And when they come back, it takes them a few seconds to remember certain people. Now, the more they do this, the more they're gone, the harder it is for them to come back and remember things because it's not going to filter, not all that information is going to filter through. Which one is better? I know, Robin, right? Thank you, Jody. I think I have a lag on my end because, yeah, I have a lag on my ends because they're still talking about my glasses. I feel like my mom started getting this before she passed. Okay, so in a lot of the times you're gonna see Alzheimer's patients talking about loved ones that passed, and you're like, they're not here. That's them going in and out, okay? They're filtering through this funnel. I will be talking about this more in depth in my book, but I just want to give you guys a heads up that this is what's happening. That it can be frustrating, but there's a reason why Alzheimer's patient is doing this. They're learning in a certain way. They're older. They're getting tired of being here, and their spirit just wants to go and explore other realms and doesn't just want to sit in a Alzheimer's home or sit in bed all day. So what I've been trying to do is to keep them in the moment and actually be calm with being here in the moment, not filtering in and out of this funnel. So I've been coming up with different blends, different healing modalities, hands-on healing. I'm going to be actually teaching a certain healing method with Alzheimer's. I'm going to write this down so I put it in my work thing. And this will be a hands-on. So let's say, for example, you've taken Reiki already. You're kind of a step up from what I'm going to teach you then. Well, not step up. What I'm going to teach you, this is going to be like a no-brainer for you. So when I teach you the hands-on modality method of calming Alzheimer's, you can actually do this with your healings then. So I'm trying to bring, I'm going to be teaching a lot of classes. They're going to be coming up here really, really soon. My problem right now is getting the right platform, somebody that can, actually, Misty, I've been working on that as well, because right now with how the energy is, people are having a hard time remembering things, especially Yvonne and me at the shop. Like, we've been forgetting stuff, or it's been getting really, really bad, because the more you have on your plate, the more forgetful you're becoming. So I came up with a blend to help with memory. You can, we're going to be making it into a diffuser, so you can just have it going in the house or your work. The Alzheimer's thing, same thing. You can spray it, roll on a diffuser. There's going to be all these different aspects of using the essential oil mix that I came up with around your loved one, to help them, to keep them in the moment. There's going to be a special crystal pouch that you would keep in a bowl near them, or they can put certain ones, you can put certain ones in the water and have them drink it. Like, I know it's hard to see, but I have my amethyst in there because I have a slight migraine right now. But the memory, Alzheimer's, I'm really fixating on that this year, because I want to help these kinds of people get some relief, so they're not hopping in and out, and they're so tired from doing it. If you notice with Alzheimer's patients, they want to sleep a lot. So this is why they're going through split realities. Same thing with mental illness. Let's say somebody with schizophrenia. This is something, they have a gift, and most of the time what triggers the schizophrenia is it's constantly negative. This is legit. You can have, like, someone like me, I deal with spirit that passed away, guides, enlightened beings that are in heaven, and it's mostly positive and uplifting. Yes, I deal with dark, because dark doesn't want me to proceed with what I'm doing, so it's going to try to stop me, which brings me to a new student of ours by the name of Topher. He is in the military, and he put up a post that I was tagged in, and normally I don't get into that stuff. Usually the person will come to me. Hold on real quick. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Cheryl, just call in Michael, and he'll calm your dizzy down. Whenever you feel dizzy, anxiety, call in Michael. He tends to take care of these things and calms the energy down. Okay. So mental illness is like schizophrenia. Normally deal with negative aspects of spirit. That's why it comes off so negative. Most of the time when you put them on medications, it kind of makes it worse. And then Topher put a video up that had something demonic going on. And the only reason I reached out to him was mainly because he was military. And second, because the video was up. And my biggest concern as of who I am is by watching that, you're actually inviting that into your house. So sorry if guys, if I like slightly pause for a second, it's because I'm listening and I'm trying to follow. I have ADD. I can't be listening to them, trying to talk, pay attention to you. It's like a circus board. All kinds of stuff going on. Okay, so Topher put this thing up, and I said to him, I will help you if you agree to take that video down, because my biggest concern is protecting the people that are watching it. So he agreed, and that was the agreement that I would help him. So we've been keeping up on him every day. He had the same things going on as Kirsten. If you guys remember Kristen Blair, she had that demonic entity on her, and I cut the cord, and we did a before and after picture of what she looked like and how drained and sick she looked when she came to me to have it removed. So I pulled her into the conversation so that at least he had some kind of support team, and he wasn't like, okay, this isn't some wacky medium trying to get me to buy something. She's really trying to help me. That was my point. I wanted him to kind of let me take a risk and give, let me help him a little bit and do little trust on each end, my trust and his trust. Misty, yes, if they're dealing with anything dark, that's why sometimes when you're watching shows like that and you're like, ooh, what was that? They're in your house now. That's what that is. So, okay. Okay, somebody wanted me to talk about the 3 days of darkness, which is bringing me into the cathedral that burned down, okay? This has me a little hyped up. Okay, wait, before I go and do that, I want to go over something with Topher, okay? Before I go to the cathedral. His biggest thing was he had it in his mind. He had told me when he was stationed in Germany that he made a contract. Here's the thing with contracts. This isn't the first time I've heard this, okay? This isn't the first time. I hear this a lot where somebody will come in and go, I made a contract and now I can't get rid of this thing. Okay. You cannot make a contract and sell something that does not belong to you, okay? Can you grab me my painting real quick? I'm gonna use it as an example. I think if I show it, they'll get it better. Hi, Philip. Welcome.
The angel one?
Yeah. Anna, it's most likely your guides and your angels were keeping anything from happening. You should not be messing with Ouija boards or tarot cards. Okay, so I painted this the other day. Okay, this is my creation. I made this. So, my name's on the bottom. So, somebody can't just scratch this out and go, oh, I made this. And then if somebody goes, oh, well, what kind of paint did you use? Oh, what kind of brushes do you use? And that person's going to sit there and go, why? Because they didn't make it. They can't answer those questions. Only I can. It's the same thing with God. He made you, so you can't scratch his name off and give the painting to someone else. Do you see? You can't hand off what doesn't belong to you. Your soul belongs to God. You cannot make a contract with demons and sell it away. There's no such thing. You cannot sell what does not belong to you. So I don't know how many times I have to tell this to people with these so-called, I don't know who put it out there in the world, but obviously dark is behind it, making people think that they can sell their souls. Why not tarot? Okay, tarot has a devil in its deck. Do you really think angels and guides are coming down going, oh, let us give you messages. Oh, there's a demon. Let's correspond with that. It doesn't work, guys. Angels and guides are not going to correspond with a tool that has a represented, infused intention of a devil in it. Guys, come on now. All right? You really have to think about these things, okay? Okay, so with Topher, he made this contract, and then all of a sudden something happened, and now he thinks this thing is with him because of this contract. So I have to really switch his mind and the way it's thinking and perceiving things. So that's what we're kind of working on right now. Carrie, yeah, I've been thinking about doing like a painting deck. Yeah. Cheryl, then you most likely have oracle decks. Okay, an oracle deck won't have a devil in its deck, and it's not a tarot, it's an oracle. Oracle cards don't have those things in it. Oracle decks are more likely, well, here, I'll just show you. This is an oracle deck, okay? And it has more, you're gonna get more positive answers and less negative. Your guides will always try to keep the answers positive, because if you have answers coming through that are positive, your mind is going to pull in positive. But if you constantly have readings that are negative, 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 you're pulling in negative, and that's what dark wants you to do. Terry, you don't want to throw them away. What I normally try to tell people to do is, if you have a tarot deck or a Ouija board and things are going on in your house, or maybe you know, it's just not good to have them. And the less time they're in the house, the better, because the more time they're in the house, the more they gather energy and can use it against you. So for now, I would stick it outside till you can go off property, dig a hole about 3 feet, 3 inches, 3 feet? Something like that, pretty deep. Put it in there, burn it, make sure it's to complete powdery ash. Then put salt on top and return it back into the earth. I've literally saw decks that have returned completely solid after being burned and not being put back into the earth and solidified with salt. I've literally have seen the craziness behind that. I was tagged in the post, Angela, to Topher's Topher's video that he posted. Christina, that's the thing with tarot, and I mean, I do prophecies as well, but there's a difference between my gift and somebody else's. Here's what I'm going to kind of explain this to you. I am able to go into your soul contract and see exactly what's to play out. Your soul contract, and I'm going to just do this real quick because a lot of the people here already have heard this. If you're new, I'm just going to do it real quick. But your soul contract's mapped out on your hands, what you could have done as opposed to what you are doing. So every choice you make every day is going to change that path, okay? Based off the path you're taking, that's what's going to come into your life. There's so many scenarios of different lives that you could have taken, choices you could have taken, paths you could have taken. And no one can actually tell you fully what's going to be 5 years from now. If they do, if they see something randomly in your soul contract and it hasn't happened yet, and let's say it's supposed to be 5 years from now, by them implanting it into your mind, they just upped it to 2 years. So they kind of take your freedom away, your free will. It's given to you. Because once it's implanted, what are you doing? Thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in. Do you see? Okay. So I'm only giving a certain amount of time because in your soul contract, that's what I'm going by. I'm not reading the cards. I'm listening to your guides on what I'm allowed to say to you. Okay. That's the difference. When people are reading tarot, they're just memorizing the book or they're looking at the picture and going, okay, I see this. I'm not doing that. I'm literally listening to your guides on step by step what path you're taking, what you should be taking. They're giving you options. They're always going to give you options. They're never, ever going to tell you what to do, okay? No one can. Okay, so, real quick, okay. So back to the cathedral. All right.
Here we go.
I predicted this in the beginning of the year. I explained this about 3-4 years ago that the walls of the churches will be coming tumbling down. And what major pillar in all of America are they going to look to when this happens? It's going to be a big one that really hits home. This is where it gets me sick. This is not only a point from spirit to make a point, but it is also a test. Okay, you guys, let me see if I can find it. A month ago, March 21st, Mozambique in Africa. I always get that name wrong. There was 501 dead, 1,523 injured, and 843,723 people suffering extensive damage. And what happened after the cathedral burned? $1 million was donated to a building that will never get its structure the way it was before. It was donated to a building. Do you understand this? A building. When these people in Africa are suffering, are we getting our priorities mixed up here or what? Okay, this made me sick. And I even sat with Maria and was like, why the hell did I come back after that accident? this upsets me. This is sickening to me. There are so many people. What was the effort? Was it a tornado or flooding?
It was flooding.
Okay, it was a flooding. But we're gonna donate $1 million to a fucking building. I'm sorry, guys. Your faith is inside here, not in a fucking building. It has me so disgusted. It has me completely disgusted. And it was a test. It was basically a test. Are you going to put that money, and I'm going to put this out to the Vatican. I mean, we talked about it today. I'm going to put this out to the Vatican. This isn't going to get to the Vatican, I know this, but I'm going to put it out anyway. They say that their main goal is to help poverty-stricken regions and to help them. I dare them to use that money and give it to these people and help them. Find another way to do your little building structure that is never going to get its essence back in the first place. That went a long time ago when priests started diddling kids, okay? It makes me sick that they are still trying to, I wouldn't even put it past them if they somehow had a hand in it on Holy Week of all days, okay? Or Holy Week of all weeks. But really think about this. The most popular week of Easter in this big triumphant, as they call it, building. Yes, it was aesthetically pleasing. It was very beautiful. So Marlene, I did hear that too, that they got close to $1 billion. And do you know how many poor people and sick people are in the world that could use that money, but it's going to a building? My God, I question why I come back. I really do. Because I don't get it. I really don't get it. Don't get it. That accident really has me thinking a lot lately. And this just kind of threw me up in arms. So let's see if the Vatican actually will do what they say they're gonna do. It's disgusting. I'm getting fired up. All right. Okay, so going back to Topher's post. Okay, so there was a lady there. I felt bad a little bit, but she was giving advice and said, "Oh, put quartz in the four corners." I'm like, no, do not do that. So I had to post on her post, and I said, quartz is an amplifier. It has silica in it. Okay, silica amplifies. It's a type of sand that's put into like certain crystals, and the molecular structure to it heightens and vibrates higher. And actually, depending on like the size, the weights, how it was made, it might over dominate certain areas. So if he already has dark going on in his house, the last thing you want to do is amplify it. So I'm explaining this to this lady, and she took it negatively. Like, I'm just like, that's not why I was doing it. I'm just, what's the best word? Trying to let you know so that if you have somebody like him, like a client of yours, you're not giving them bad advice. Like crystal amplifies. You want more of a black tourmaline.
It's like the doctor giving the wrong medicine.
Right. And you don't want, and I told her, I was like, we don't want to amplify what's already in his house. We want to downplay it and absorb it. So I said, black tourmaline is the biggest thing. Now, let me find my notes here. Where did I write my notes here? Okay, so black tourmaline with electromagnetic waves that come from like your phone, your computer, things like this. Some people say put selenite, fluorite, or quartz in front of their computers, but these crystals actually hold silica. And if you guys don't know what silica is actually put into the electrical devices that we use today, like your cell phones, your TVs, all this thing, and it's to help them make them work better. So you don't want a crystal that has silica in it. Smoky quartz does protect, and I actually put together, like, it's a powerhouse of black tourmaline, smoky quartz, hematite, and I would even go as far as onyx. Just these black, like the root chakra crystals, because you want to ground the energy. You don't want to heighten it, and that's what quartz does, amplifies. And you want to downplay it and transmute it out of the house. Okay. Same thing when you're in your office, and let's say you have a lot of happy people coming in and around you, and it's great, happy people. But there's maybe ever so often there's that one that comes in and just sucks the energy right out of the room like an energy vampire. Black tourmaline is going to transmute it, so you're not absorbing what's going on with them, and it's not making you so tired. Okay, shungite's another good one. Exactly, Jody. So what you want to do is transmute negative energy by pulling in negative ions. Okay, so negative ions are basically like your beach, your trees, your mountains. So literally, you want to ground yourself. So take your shoes off. Go hug a tree, because you're actually rebalancing yourself by hugging a tree, because you're pulling in those negative ions. A lot of people say, well, why isn't that positive ions? No, the more positive positive ions you have, the worse it is for you. And we're pulling in every day positive ions by work and driving and electronics and anything that's causing stress or causing us to be unbalanced. It's the same thing. Devices cause these positive ions. Okay, you want more of the negative ions, which is rebalance you back into your natural state. Okay. Okay, so let me see where I'm at here. Okay, I don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go into this. All right. Spiritual work is being done on Earth to remove any toxic baggage. It's literally, guys, the time where your guides are like, all right, that's it. Pack your shit up. Pack your toxic crap. Let's go. It's getting out of here. We're switching over to a new vibration. Sorry, guys. Yes, pink Himalayan is a negative ion and a great tool to have if you don't have black tourmaline. The reason they're removing the toxic baggage right now is to make room for this new vibration that's coming in, allowing new energy to take place on Earth. And a lot of souls right now aren't disciplined. And you'll see this, like, let's say, for example, you're going through a divorce and maybe the wife or the husband is not acting like they used to, and they're really angry, and they're, just spewing anger and just frustration on the kids. These are souls that are just stomping their feet. They're not ready for what's coming. The ego is a habit and won't let go of, its regular habitual ways that it does every day. So it's good to let go of the ego, work on this a regular basis, and keep like a maintenance on the ego. Who's in the kitchen?
I think it's
Eden. Eden. Is it Eden? Can you check? Oh, wait, hold on. Eden. Oh, I see. I told you it was Justin. I knew it. Somebody just said, that's my husband. What do you think about these people that think the earth is flat? I didn't think that people thought the earth was flat. That went out a long time ago. I mean, we've been in space. Obviously, they know it's not flat. We have actual footage of it being round.
Some getting comments.
Oh, really?
Wow. Good stuff.
Crap. Charlene, keeping my black tourmaline rose quartz in my bra. I listen to you. Also a beautiful medicine bag with crystals. Tawny Moore, this is why, because the high vibration, we're seeing a lot of suicides, yes. Because a lot of these souls do not want to be here for the high vibration, so they're trying to find ways of getting out. Thank you, honey. He just gave me a heart on the wall. He's so silly. I love him. Yeah, Dee, you have it right. It's like being pulled through a knot hole backwards. Kimberly, a little bit, but not so. A lot of souls want to learn from cancer. Cancer is like the heightened thing right now because the cure for cancer is going to start coming out. Like, souls are going to be getting very fed up that we've had a cure for almost 12, 11, Maria's saying 11, 12 years we've had a cure. And they've been keeping it secret so that they can keep getting people to buy medicine. But see, we're getting into other modalities to heal us. And that whole pharmaceutical is going to start going out the window. So then they're like, well, we can't get any money from them, so we might as well start trying to sell the cure. Do you see how they'll flip it on us? Okay, so that's really going to happen. The pharmaceutical stuff is going to start going out the window, and they're going to try to get money from us another way. So they're going to start giving us the cure for it. Okay, but they're going to do it in doses. They're not going to give you the full one. You're going to have to keep coming back and buying it. So do you see how they swindle? Okay, so a lot of people want to learn from it before the cure comes out. So there's a lot of people really diving into the cancer wave right now of learning and getting cured themselves and learning how to do all this. Yeah. But a soul needs discipline. It needs regular spiritual soul maintenance. This is very vital to becoming more spiritually conscious and awakened. So you have to make sure that you're mindfully keeping maintenance. Mindfully, just mainly, well, Lisa, basically vegan is a healthier way. There's no, spirit doesn't really think on anything. They can't, spirits, your loved ones cannot intervene on a soul contract playing out, okay? They can simply support and be your cheerleaders as you're going through your life. They can't do anything more than that. Yes, nausea, dizzy, and migraines have been the heightened vibrations in the last few, I would say probably about a month and a half. If you guys have been feeling nauseated, dizzy, headaches, very forgetful, it's the vibration. It's going to get a little bit higher before we get over the hump. Coming 2020, year 2020 and 2021, these are the years that things are going to start changing. The ego is putting up a fight, and that's what the problem is right now, and that's why everybody has all these headaches. And if the whole humanity consciousness would just accept what's coming, we wouldn't have the headaches, the dizzy, the nausea. It's like being on a seesaw. We have all these tons of people here trying to weigh us down because they're not ready. And you're up here going, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up if they don't stop moving and stop fighting back. Let's just balance out, just accept it, get over it. It's like a seesaw, okay? Cannabis kits, yes, kills cancer. Cannabis is the biggest modality right now. People are walking away from pharmaceuticals, using essential oils, using cannabis, using different modalities to heal themselves, especially themselves. You don't even need that stuff, and you can heal yourself. You were born whole. It's just society made you think you were sick in certain ways. So again, mindfully, you perceive this, you then create it. You're the creator of your path, so you're creating. So create healing. You have the power in you. Let me give you an example. I was doing a healing on a lady. It took about an hour. And she had said, I forget what she had. It was a weird kind of cancer. And then it was 2 days before she was supposed to have surgery. This tumor popped up out of nowhere. And they said, if we don't get this under control, you can't do the surgery. So she started yelling at it, saying, I don't need this crap right now. I need to get the surgery and get better. You need to hit the road. Like, she was yelling at it, very angry, mindfully getting rid of it. And I think it was the day before the surgery, they checked the tumor to see where they were at with how small it was or if it was growing, and it was gone. Okay? You can mindfully do these things, but you don't think you can, but you can. It's very, I have this hip thing. Honest to God, with how much pain I have, I probably should be, my doctor even said, why aren't you in a brace? Or why aren't you on crutches? Because I'm mindfully saying, fuck off. I don't need you right now. I got too much going on. I don't need this. So, okay. Well, Tani, it's okay if they act that way. What you'll start to see is the more you get into these modalities like crystals, meditation, you're going to start seeing other people, other friends showing up and wanting to join in your little learning circle. And you might even see those friends on the outside going, something's different about her. I wonder if it's these things she's getting to. And then they start kind of like nitpicking and going, asking you questions. And then all of a sudden you start seeing them coming around more. Okay. So just give them time. Let them witness it. Don't push it on them. Just let them witness what it's doing to you and for you. And they'll come around. Just give them a little time. Not a lot of these souls are ready for this different energy. They don't know what to do with it. Melissa Murray, I would suggest getting a session with me. That would be more of a spirit guide communication, and I can help you with that message. Carol, it's support. You don't want to push anything on a family that just lost somebody. You want to try to do what's called support. Just using kind words, mindfully pulling in loving energy. Patty, that will be true here very soon. She just said, hey, doc. Oh, good. Kristen's getting a healing next Friday. Do we know Kristen Holt? Is she coming? Yeah, I think she is coming in. Yeah, she is. That's right. Again, Annette. I just went over that. It's the high vibration. There's a lot of people just sticking to the ego and don't want to give it up. What? Okay. Okay, a lot of you are also, the more you get into your spiritual walk and your awakening, you are also questioning, like, what's happening to you. Maybe you start noticing more negative stuff. And this happens because dark does not want you progressing. So they're going to make you question, or they're going to bring people around you that make fun of you or question you and do all these things. You don't want to pay attention. She just reminded me about the lights flickering. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. I just didn't have it on my list because I had forgotten. But you don't want to let dark do that to you. You don't want that. You don't want to get them in your head, making you question your decisions on changing vibration. Because if you sit back and really think about it, were you happy before you changed this path? I mean, honestly, get with yourself and say, I've been better. Even though dark is kind of more on the brink of attacking you, were you not better after you changed paths because you've been more open? And the more open you become to this, yes, you will get attacked, but you have armor, okay? You have armor that you can put up to deflect this stuff. You have crystals. You have all kinds of different spiritual, you have like a whole squad of spirituality backing you up. So call on Michael, call on Gabriel, call on Raphael. I mean, get a reading with Eden. She can tell you your angels that you can actually call on that actually are helping you. I don't do that. I don't deal with the angels on that aspect. I deal with them on a protection aspect. She deals with them by name basis and what they do for you. So that's Eden, my daughter. She can do that for you. I deal more with your spirit guides, helping you with your purpose and your path. That's what I do. So yes, it's Kristen. Hi, I was just talking about you, honey. I was telling them about Topher and how we were helping him. But you definitely want to put your armor on. You have your armor. You came here with your armor. You have this army behind you, and you just say, Michael, get it going, go. You know what to do, go. I can't deal with this. I'm gonna watch TV while you do that. I hear a lot of crap in the other room. Okay, it's working. I'm just going to keep watching TV. So you just want to keep doing that, okay? All right. You want to understand to live in the moment, live in the now. Try not to worry and think about what's happening a couple days from now or a couple years from now. You want to live in the now. Too many people are searching for things to fix them. okay? And the more you search and pull all this stuff in, you're gonna get more confused than you were before, okay? So you don't wanna go doing this. I know so many people that come to me, but then they go to like 15 other mediums. And I'm like, how do you keep it straight? How do you get your how are you keeping your information straight? Like I can see maybe 2 or 3 of them. Like my producer, my TV producer, she has a bunch of them, but she stays, like she kind of listens to like maybe 3 or 4 of us. And we're all on the same page. Because as soon as I tell her something, she'll go, oh my God, Leanna told me the same thing. Or she'll say, oh, Lisa told me the same thing. So, and we're all going to be on the same page. If we all are connected, we're all going to get sort of the same similar message all together. Because that's coming from the guide, so it's not going to change just because one medium talks to her and another medium does. You know what I mean? If they're true to their gift, they're all going to get the same message. But if you've got like 15 of them, and 5 are saying this and 2 are saying this, okay, you don't want to continue doing that to yourself. Oh, wow. Sally just said, Christina, I sent the crystals that you suggested to my friend who's been carrying them for health. I'm guessing for cancer. She is now cancer-free. Thank you. I gotta screenshot that. That's awesome.
Good for her.
Okay, Marie, I would suggest contacting me. This is the vibration, honey. Yeah, a lot of souls are feeling depressed, headaches, suicidal, wanting to leave because they cannot handle the vibration that's pulling in. And this is just the beginning. It's going to get a little worse, as sad as it is, but it has to. The high vibration. Okay, let me put it this way. See if I can do this. All right, so I have my singing bowls here. I brought 2 of them with me, okay? If I keep doing this to somebody that doesn't, I don't know if this is gonna work on the, it might not work. I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, so the louder it gets, the more it pierces your head, pierces your ears. You see how loud it's getting? Okay? We're like right there at the vibration. It isn't even hitting a high yet. And it's already, these souls are like, I gotta go. I can't do this. I gotta go. And they feel boxed in. But what we have to keep reassuring them is, you can do it. Let's just get over the hump and get you to the finish line. Let's get you there. Let's support you. Let's do whatever we can to get you there. Flickering lights, yeah. Spirit affects it. You know, all kinds of energy affects the lights. The lights are flickering like crazy everywhere. And it's affecting the energy's affecting the grid because the vibration's so high, so it's affecting the electricity grids. So the lights are flickering, TVs are frozen, phones are frozen. All these things are happening. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick. Yes, it will raise your vibration. I'm going to use it in the healing tonight. Oh, good, Sherry. That's good to hear. See, that hurt your head, right, Susan? So that tells me that you're not ready for the highest vibration that's going to be pulling in. So singing bowls are going to help you. If you go to YouTube and just play singing bowls, you can actually tune yourself to this vibration. You were saying about your son, you know, feeling suicidal. Maybe play some tuning songs around. I mean, if he starts getting a headache, do it in like 5 to 10 increments and back off, okay? And maybe try to do this like 2 times a day and just don't overdo it. So if what you're trying to do is it's like building up your muscles when you're like weightlifting. You want to build up the vibration. So go to YouTube, build up your vibration slowly, 5 to 10 increments, because if you go over like 20, 30 minutes and you can't handle that, especially binaural beats, you're going to cause headaches, which means your vibration isn't used to that. So you want to work your way up like a muscle. You want to work it up. Misty, yeah, through the TV or the the screen or the device I have, yeah, it could come in choppy, but through here it was pure. Yeah, it was pure. Shelly, I'll be doing more of that bowl and the throat bowl because the reason I went with the crown and the throat is because I want you guys to connect to your guides better. So we're going to concentrate on these two bowls, these two areas of your chakra, to open that up and communicate with your guides better. Guys, I have so many courses coming. You're going to be able to read cards better. You're going to be able to talk to your guides better. You're going to learn so much about crystals. You guys want to, like, I have to wait till it gets a little more darker because we're going to do a really cool spark test with crystals. But we have to have all the lights out or it's not going to work. So we're going to do that when it gets a little darker out. But yeah, we're going to do a really cool singing bowl healing thing. Okay. Yeah, Christy, it shouldn't hurt your head. So you want to work your way up with the singing bowls. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. That's not it. It just means everybody's at their own learning level and you want to work your vibration up. And the more you work your vibration up, the more you can hear your guides. You're pulling in energy that you didn't think was there and now it is, and you can access it, you can use it. Yeah, it's going to be tonight, Jessica. Yeah, I'm doing the singing bowls tonight. Okay. Let me move on. Okay, so I want to teach you guys a little bit about crystals. Okay, all right, so I do want to bring up a couple things a lot of people asked about. There is going to be a 3-day of darkness. I had been asked about the 3-day darkness. I got that warning a long time ago, and this is this warning started with the burning of the church. Okay, that was the first warning. That was the first. Let's see how humanity handles this. Obviously, humanity's not handling the way they wanted them to, or that money would have went to Africa and the poverty, not to a building. Okay, so again, I'm not going to go back on my soapbox on that one. But what I was being shown with the no lights in the sky is spaceships. I was seeing the 3 days of darkness. You don't want to leave your house because these alien beings are here for us. But from what I gathered from my guides, it isn't best to go out because a lot of people are going to take it as negative and riot. And it's not going to be the aliens hurting you. It's going to be your own people, your own humanity going to hurt you because they don't, I mean, who's to say you're not walking around and you just need to get bread and milk and you go to the store? They don't know you're human. They could, you can end up dying in the bread aisle and get mistaken for an alien. So I got this warning a long time ago that these alien beings are already here. I mean, hi, I'm one. I came through the human body, but I mean, literally, physically, they're going to come in their own form and not try to come through the human body like I did with the second wave of volunteers back into 2009. No, they're not bad. These are not bad aliens, but I would suggest staying indoors and not going out because humanity is going to mistake you for them. They're not going to know any better. These lower and the heightened, you guys that are enlightened will be okay. We're saying, why aren't more souls sent to hell? So there are more to lift us up. Amanda, they are here. It's just a lot of them don't realize that that's what they're supposed to do, because a lot of them, when they came in, that amnesia veil, the veil that's here, took that part of that away. I mean, I was just talking to Maria, talking to Yvonne today about, okay, for example, my body instantly, when it's chewing food and I put too much in my throat, immediately I start getting flashbacks of me dying from choking. And this was back in the day when they didn't know what the Heimlich, maneuver was, and how to scrape it out with the finger and all this stuff. You just died right there in front of your family because they didn't know what to do for you. They didn't know any of that stuff. So I get flashes now, and I told her, I was like, I've died in every method possible in this life. I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been pierced with spears, I've been beheaded several times. I've drowned, I've choked, I've done probably every death. I've died from sickness. I've died from cancer a couple of times. and this is just a soul's way of learning from different deaths. They want to learn, but there's no reason for that to be imprinted on the soul. So you go through what is called the resting place in heaven, and what happens while you're in the resting place is you want to experience the situation. You don't want to absorb it. So a lot of souls tend to absorb it too much, and you go to the resting place and there's no need, like I was burned at the stake. There's no reason for me to actually remember the ending. Just, you had the experience, it's good enough. So in the resting place, that's like sponged, or, you know, it's almost like taking a bath and you're like Maria uses a chalkboard and you're taking a wet wipe and wiping it away. But sometimes there's that residue of the powdery stuff from the chalk left over. That's what's happening when I get, and my body instantly freaks out because it thinks it's happening again. So it's the same thing. I don't even know where I was going with that. Maria's talking up a storm. The ringing in your ear is your guides talking. Yes. I don't know that, Yvonne. I'm not sure of when the 3 days is taking place. Sorry, guys. I can't. I do, but I can't give you a time. I'm sorry. It will happen on a Thursday through a Saturday. That's all I know. I can't tell you exactly. Let's talk more about these aliens in 3 Days of Dark. It's not supposed to be scary, but the humanity here is going to try to make it scary because they're not going to know what to do with themselves. Okay? Yes, no sun, because the whole sky is going to be blocked. So no light's going to get in. Hi, Ben Berkey. What's up, buddy? Okay. Couple things I want to go over before I get into the crystals. Okay, so you all know Debbie and Julie, I'm in their book. Wait, what page am I on? Well, let me find it. Wait, I think I have to go to the front. They signed it, wrote all this really cool stuff to me. It was really neat. They came to me and was asking me, and I said, I see a book. Are you guys writing a book? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, you guys better get that out before that opportunity goes goodbye. So they really got on it and wrote the book. I just don't know what the heck page I'm on. I know she said it. Wasn't it like 198 or something?
I don't know.
Or was it 204? I think it's 204, the path. 204? I wonder if Julie or Debbie is on.
I didn't see them.
Julie was on, because I saw her.
Well, let me watch and see if they...
204, the path. Yeah, it is me. I'm the path. Look, I'm a little woofy. I feel as though I have always been searching for a better understanding of the greatness of the universe and my connection to it, to find a ray of light to cast a glow on the ominous life that has become my own. With divine assistance, see how they got me in there? That was when I saw the Medium's online page. They couldn't, according to their publisher, they couldn't put any names in this, so they were trying to use divine as much as they could. It's from what I gathered. Okay. She has an incredible story of a near-death experience and information to feed my hungry soul, the light I didn't know it had been yearning to find. I was drawn to her words and continued to share her pages. Together, my soul twin and I started embarking on a remarkable spiritual awakening. We searched the medium's website, read her posts, and watched some of her live feeds and videos. We were immediately and completely enthralled with the idea of meeting her and having a reading. My soul twin contacted the shop to schedule a reading for both of us. Meeting the communicator medium healer was a pivotal point in our lives. She was like a compass in the storm, a beacon of light and a ray of hope in this ever murky life that our world and lives have become. Through the healing and readings that she has performed, we have more purpose and meaning to our lives. It opened the way and the path for us to continue, finding more people on our same path that have helped us to allow ourselves to discover our happy place again, to find the me that we each want to be again. The light has been turned back on in our souls, taking a few minutes during the day to meditate and reconnect your mind, body, and soul, as well as get back to that blissful place of meeting your guides and more. the peace and clarity you get from taking a few moments to get back to who we are and who we were always meant to be is glorious and empowering. And these are things that I had expressed to them. So, let me see. I don't think that was, oh yeah, it is. Hold on. Oh yeah, they go into this. She started my reading with an oracle deck. She tells you to use the oracle cards instead of tarot because it is all positive. No death cards. We were allowed to record it on our phone, and she kept writing notes that we could take a picture of before you left. I do that all the time with that. So this is very, she was spot on pulling cards about the man with the mask deception. I had just found out minutes before we got to the shop that someone I knew was a crack addict who had relapsed. All the money that we had loaned him went to his habit, not to all of the lies he had fed us. He cried about how he was down on his luck and how he just needed help. We bought it hook, line, and sinker. So it's neat to just read. Okay, so what I'm getting to is they have me in their book, and also they're coming to the shop to do a book signing, and we made the paper. So here's the book, and they did a story on them, and then at the bottom here, let me see. A Meet the Authors event will be held at noon, April 27th at the Divine Medium Crystal Cove, 165 Village Street in Johnstown. Yatza said Christina K. Watts, proprietor of the Divine Medium Crystal Cove, has been along for the journey and is included in the new book. She was actually a big catalyst to our path of enlightenment. She encouraged us to get in high gear and get this done, which is what I'm trying to do with you guys today. I do it all the time. Get your butts in gear, ladies and gents, okay? Be mindful. Get your purposes in line. Okay, let me see what all my notes are. I'm losing my notes here, guys. I'm losing them. All right, our bodies are naturally vibrating, and sometimes with stress, our bodies variate in vibration. And these frequencies kind of move around in our bodies, okay? I think it's next Tuesday. I don't know what the 27th is. What's the name of the book? It's called Around the Corner. Okay. So, what was I saying? So all of our frequencies are moving around. So we don't have like a dominant oscillatory rate, or we're all around. But crystals have a dominant oscillatory rate, okay? When we are connected to nature, which holds, again, negative ions on a regular basis, which brings us back to balance, we pull that dominant oscillatory rate in check that we have, okay? Vibrational healing, like crystals, singing bowls, like I just did. Oh yeah, it's Friday next week. Okay, thanks guys. Tuning forks oscillates and entrains your body naturally back to its basic resonant frequency, its basic natural vibration, okay? So you want to kind of just try to use singing bowls music around you. And again, use it in increments if you can't handle it, all right? Okay, so I want to go over crystals, and I wish it was getting darker out. But I'm going to be teaching a lot on how to differentiate fake crystals from real ones. I'm going to teach you how these crystals can help you and how to buy the proper ones, because the FTC, sorry. Got that totally mixed up. The Federal Trade Commission is like beating down on shop owners, sellers, anybody that deals with crystals, okay? So I've been really studying up on, you know, what crystals are fake. Like we recently just pulled the citrines, okay? The reason why is because there's only two places you can get citrine, and it's Brazil and, oh my God, I'm going blank right now on the other one. I'm going blank on the other one, so it'll come to me. But anyway, there's only 2 places to get these crystals. And let's say, for example, you did find one, like in Brazil. Let's say you found, because there's a limited supply of citrine. Congo, thank you, Cindy. Or Cordy, I'm sorry. The Congo. So let's say you get a piece like this. You're not going to break it up into tumble pieces. You're going to keep it this because it's more valuable at this size, okay? And you're not going to break it up into tumbles and tumble it and sell it. I would say about 97, maybe 96% of the whole world that has tumbled citrine, it's not tumbled. It's not legit real. Citrine is also, so let's say, for example, you have a raw piece of amethyst. I don't know if I have, you know what, I'm just going to take my big piece. So hold on real quick, guys. I'm going to grab it. Hold on, guys. I'm dropping my stuff. Okay. So let's say, for example, I have this amethyst, okay? This is my light that I use. And see, like, let's say we got a piece like this at the shop, okay? It's not going to sell because it's too light. They call them the basement amethysts when they're too light and nobody wants to buy them, okay? So let's say we have this in the shop and it doesn't sell. I am not a good shop owner if I try to turn this into citrine. Basically what you would do is you would stick it on a baking platter and stick it in the oven for about 500, maybe 1500 degrees. And the darker the piece, the more it sells. So what happens is we take this piece and it turns like a dark, like a dark amber, okay? So if we take this piece and it turns like a dark amber, it's amethyst. It's just they're turning it, they're making it to look like citrine. It's still an amethyst, but they're turning it into what they want people to think is citrine, okay? So, I mean, you still have the mineral effects of the amethyst. It's going to do its job. It's just the FTC is cracking down because they're making people think it's citrine. We weren't aware of this, but it is amethyst, and it does what amethyst does. Okay, it's still doing the mineral aspects of amethyst, but it's deceiving when they tell you it's citrine. That's what they're cracking down on. That's the whole point. So we weren't aware of that, so we pulled all the citrine from the floor. Maxie, why didn't you just go around, you little goose? So yeah, we weren't aware of that. We pulled all the citrine, and yeah, and it's basically them just wanting to get money from you. And that's not what we're not going to deceive people. I will tell people, listen, the citrine you did get from the shop. I mean, we did have a big piece that was legitly real. I looked into that. We sold a big raw piece that was legitly citrine. But the tumble pieces, and I tell people, if they ask for it, I'll tell them it's amethyst baked. So if you really want it, we'll give it to you. But it's amethyst baked. I mean, it still has the amethyst qualities, but it's amethyst baked. And they'll say, oh, I don't care, I really want the citrine. So, all right, I'm not gonna argue with you. So, anyway, yes. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to say your Estella? I don't want to butcher your name, but yeah, they say the lighter it is, the less it pushes out. The darker it is, the better. And then the darker it is, the more it looks like darker citrines. So yeah, but again, yeah, it's Congo citrine, and it's very expensive to get. Citrine is very expensive to get. All right, let me move on. So I learned this really cool word online, actually through an 8th grade integrated science thing, and I was looking up minerals. So it's called sniff, like sniff and then a C at the end, not a K. So you want to make sure the substance cannot change shape or change volume. It must be a solid. So that's the S. Cannot be a liquid or a gas. So ice is a mineral, but then when you break it down to a liquid, it's no longer a mineral, right? It's melted. Naturally occurring. So this needs to be, the crystal has to be found in nature, not man-made, but found in nature. Inorganic means not alive. It never was alive, doesn't have cells. Formula, composition, so it's formula, it's chemistry, it's set, it has a set chemical formulation, and most are formed from compounds of 2 or more. So like quartz is silicon dioxide, so SiO2. It's a silicon dioxide, and it never changes. It has one compound to it, okay? It has an exact recipe to it. Gold is another one, that's an AU, and it's set in one form as well. But let's say, for example, you have a lapis that has, it has pyrite in it, okay? It's a mixed compound. Crystal forming or crystal structuring, it has to have that. That's the C in sniff. The molecules are arranged. There's a repeating geometric pattern. The pattern is an arrangement. It has to be a perfect geometric pattern. And that's when atoms that make it up have a specific geometric pattern. It has to have a crystal structure to it. Okay, so these are the things to look for when you are getting a crystal. It should be a solid, inorganic, fixed or formulated composition. A crystal structure to it has to be perfect in nature, or perfect in like its geometric blueprint, okay? Ruth Ann, you like my glasses? I have 2 of them, Ruth Ann. Oh, wait, maybe we should switch out. We're gonna switch out. Okay. Bam. Let's put that down there. Okay. So there was things that you should look for. Man, I wish it was getting darker out. Why isn't it getting darker out?
It is.
Sucks. Okay. There's so much I want to tell you guys about crystals, but I feel like I'm going to bore you. So I think I might save all this stuff for the class. Like, I tell you guys how to use the texture feel test. So like something that's waxy or plasticky looking would be calcite. It is, calcite's a little heavy, but it's it looks like it's plastic, like a blue calcite or an orange calcite. I need crystal adorned glasses. Like, I just stick some crystals on my face, like amethyst, just start hot glue gunning crystals onto my face. You can do the color test. What I learned from Hibiscus Moon is, and this is so right, because I'll get people, if they didn't get it from my shop, it's hard to tell what it is. You can't just take a picture. Like, it's hard to tell from a picture. Like, you would really have to have really good lighting and everything. You can't, I mean, a picture can lead you to what it could be, but you can't just throw a picture up on some of these sites and go, hey, what is this? I mean, your guess is as good as mine, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I usually am on point with it, but other people might get it wrong, you know what I mean? You don't want to throw up a picture and it's not good. It's unreliable to do a picture test. And I even have to tell people, you're going to have to do some more testing on it. Like, you're going to have to take a different picture. You're going to have to keep looking into it. Okay, so in the course, I'm going to go over hardness, what hardness is. You know, when you guys look, you know, when you guys go to crystal books and it says like the hardness is like a 6 or a 7.5, and you're like, what the hell is that? Well, what's hardness mean? It's, okay, so let me go to the hardness notes, because I took a ton of notes on hardness. Okay, so hardness is actually testing out scratchability, okay? You're scratching it to see if it's legit. So in 1812, by Friedrich Mohs, a German physicist, he was the first to discover scratching. I'm Wow, I'm off my game tonight. 10 minerals he ranked. I mean, there's at least 500 minerals or more that you can test yourself, but he got to like the core of the 10 main ones, and he ranked them from 1 as the softest and 10 to the hardest. And you can check other mineral books for like their hardness, and then you'll know. Okay, so like the hardest would be a diamond, and the softest would be a talc, so you can literally scratch a talc. So you can actually look up his ranking. It's under Mohs. It's called the Mohs Hardness Test, and there's no apostrophe in the S. It's MOHS. Mohs Hardness Test. Okay. Okay. What else? So yeah, we're gonna go over that. So the thing I want to test tonight is, the biggest thing is people get so scammed on quartz. And this is why I want to do this test. Why does my dog keep stealing my crystals? Because they're yummy and they're vibrational, and animals are so more sensitive than humans are to energy. And when they're like, they find it, it's like gold to them. They're like, yes, this thing makes me feel good. I want it around me. So they keep stealing it. Okay. So we want to do what's called a UV light test. You can do this. Some crystal places will actually have a UV test that you can test some of the crystals. I know the crystal supplier I use does that. But then when they fall back, okay, so I don't want to jump ahead, but basically what the UV light does is, okay, so you know when you have wait, what am I thinking of? Okay, so you know when you have a nucleus, okay, and then you have all these electrons bouncing, and they're like zipping around and do. Okay, when you throw a light on it, they speed up and bounce off each other, and then it's like they spurt out a light. That's what they're doing. Okay, that's what the UV light's going to pick up on. An example that you can test this on is your selenite, your opals, your fluorite. These are things that you can test the UV light on. But the thing that I want to do is the quartz one. It's striking two crystals together and a spark flies. But we can't do it because, and I don't know if you guys can, I'm just gonna show you real quick. This is the quartz that we're gonna use, okay? I know it's dark, but I have to turn the light out to show you guys this, okay? So these are the quartz, okay? So we're gonna turn the light out real quick. We're gonna do this test, okay? So we're gonna, hopefully you guys, I'm so afraid this is gonna spark at me. Okay, ready guys? Did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? That's how you know these are real.
Comments are in my way, so I can see them.
Frozen again. How did we get froze? I didn't even do
You're
nothing.
not frozen here.
All right, let me turn this back on. Can you guys see me again? There you are. Okay, Cordy. I got frozen at worst time. I was so apparently they didn't want me doing the quartz test.
It's too early.
Okay, so you guys saw the spark? That's so awesome, right? Do you guys want to do it again? I love doing this test. It's so much fun. All right, everybody's like, do it again. Okay, so I gotta move your comments. Okay, I'm moving your comments real quick. Okay, ready? I'm gonna do the test. Oh my god, I hope this works again. All right, ready? Oh my god, I don't want to break these, but it's so much fun. Okay. I don't think it did it that time. Oh, that did it.
Oh yeah.
That went in my hair. That went in my hair, guys. That was all for you. I did that all for you. Oh my god. They always say wear safety goggles when you do it. So that's how you can tell these are real crystals. I'm not sure of, it was Marie's husband, but I can't remember the guy's last name, but he did tests on squeezing a crystal. And you can actually, if you squeeze it, you can actually feel the crystal pushing back onto you. And that's how they figured out that crystals could feel, or not feel, but yeah, I guess I would say feel. But if you do the squeeze test, you can actually feel a pushback coming back at you because the energy is pushing back at you. Okay, so very cool test. Just don't do it on crystals that you don't want to break. But yeah, these are real, guys, and you can really tell with quartz if it's real or not. I mean, it's clear. These are really good pieces that we have at the shop. It worked at the shop, so I'm like, I'm gonna take these guys, and these guys can be my little demonstrators. But this is the two that we decided to use. But this is a really good quartz. I mean, look how clear that is. That's a really good quartz to get. That's how you can tell. The texture, the feel, the look of it. I mean, you can almost tell it's fake just by lifting it and putting it in your hand. I just did mine and they sparked. I know, isn't it fun when you figure out you could do tests like that? It's so much fun. Okay. Anyway, so then you can do what's called the tile test. You take a white tile or a colored tile and you rub like maybe a hematite on the colored one, or it might be the white one, and you can get a brown streak. Let's say, for example, you do a calcite, you might get a white streak. I don't know if any crystals will spark together, but you can try your fluorite, you can try a calcite, selenite will even do it. Or no, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. I'm sorry, that was for the that's the UV light. Okay, oh actually no, calcite, opal, quartz, fluorite. You strike two crystals together to release a spark of light, and the flash is easy to observe. Yes. But basically with the tile test, what happens is you're testing the hardness. Minerals harder than 7 will actually break the tile. So anything harder than like something like a diamond would actually break the tile. Everybody, let's all spark our quartz. Lower back pain, I would go for something with an amethyst or selenite. Fluorite, if you can get somebody, I wonder if I should put this light on because it's getting really dark in here now. Let me put the light on, guys.
I'm being sat on.
Oh my god, I didn't even see him there. Let me grab the light, guys. This back. Okay. I have quartz everywhere. Wait, what'd you say? Oh yeah, his stomach, yeah. Okay, so if you can get a little tumbled fluorite and have somebody just do small circles on your back, you can actually feel the energy coming through. Like, it's amazing how it just you just want to go to sleep when you have somebody do that. Yes, topaz is a great one to test on tile. It has a high hardness to it. So does ruby. It's called a fluorite amber. Okay. All right. So that was mainly, I think that's it, because I don't want to go too much into the crystal stuff. What are you sniffing? What you smell? All right, do you guys have any questions about anything we talked about tonight? And I know, okay, so there was one thing I was talking to Yvonne about. Somebody posted about, I think I posted something and she's like, every time something happens to Christina, her face changes. Doesn't anybody else notice that? And I asked Yvonne, I was like, are you noticing? And she goes, oh, I've noticed for a while now. So tell them what you've noticed.
Her face has gotten rounder. It's It's not as elongated as it was before. It's gotten more rounder, and I've noticed it for probably the past maybe 5 weeks or so. It just the shape is changing.
Yeah, it's called Fatty Patty. So I said it's most likely Nephri. When I had the accident, I came in and she came in with me. She's making my face look fat, people. Mm-hmm. And then she didn't like that because she made a loud noise in the other room we were talking about.
She didn't like that at all. No.
I was like, she's making me look like a fat panda. Because I told her I didn't wear any makeup this morning. I was like, I look like I went to a battle with a panda. And he lost. And I took on his facials. Okay, so... Okay, what, Deborah, what did you want to know more on the 3 days of darkness? Like, give me a question. Oh, Mary said she noticed. Kristen said I look thinner. Okay, I like that.
Well, she's going with that now.
Well, Deborah, you don't find your purpose, you're on your purpose, because if you weren't on your purpose, you wouldn't be here. So, think about that one. No, seriously, you wouldn't be here if you weren't on your purpose. Now, here's what I tell people. If you don't like your purpose, change it. Obviously, when I have somebody ask me how to find my purpose, or I don't think I'm on my purpose, that usually tells me they're not really happy with their life and their purpose of what they've chosen so far. So I usually tell people, change it up. Change it up. You really have to get with yourself on this and say to yourself, okay, what am I not happy about? What do I need to change? Deborah, I can't give a time. No, I cannot give a time on this. Julie, you really don't prepare for that. What you need to do, and I wouldn't worry about so much of the 3 day, I just was answering a question that somebody had asked. I wouldn't really worry about it. What you guys need to worry about is your expansion of your soul's learning, your enlightenment. You need to go here and concentrate here, not here. Concentrate here. What are you learning? What are you learning from other people? My biggest thing, what I've noticed is drivers anymore. They do not care. Don't care. They pull out in front of people. They're not paying attention. They're in their own little world. It's getting crazy. Like, pay attention to what you're doing and how you're affecting others with your driving and being out. Open a door for somebody. There was an old man that could barely walk at the post office. He'd take breaks. When we came in, he was kind of leaning on the counter. And this isn't even where the line is. He was just kind of hanging out, trying to breathe. And then he was slowly making his way to the line. And it was just me and Yvonne. And I was like, go ahead and go. And I let him go. And on our way out, he was taking another break. And his car was like right there. Like 2 feet from where he was at. And I stopped. And we were talking to him. And he's like, what do you say? There's no 90-year-old women that are hot anymore?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he can't breathe, but he's hysterical.
He didn't quite have a sense of humor.
And there was like construction going on. I was like, well, enjoy the scenery while you're taking your little break there. But, I mean, take the time. Talk to the elderly. I mean, they might look crazy, but you get into a conversation with, they're pretty damn funny.
They're funny as all get out.
Funny as hell. So, just come out of your bubble and learn from others, but also understand your own awareness. You're not taking the time. Yeah, Catherine, it's getting to that point where people are acting like
crazy.
Yeah, they're invisible. Like, Jamie Nikolai, what could be true? Patty, I am slowly, a little slowly working on the book. Oh my God, Chris, you got into a whole other topic. How different is it to be alien? Okay, let's just I'm gonna be honest. Straight honest. Y'all are stupid. I mean, honest to God, I'm just gonna be honest. I walk around and I'm just like, oh my God, what is happening? Alien beings are, I mean, it's like take Einstein and all the physicists and triple them to 30. Aliens are a lot smarter, way more advanced. They don't die. They die when they choose to die. This Earth is so far behind. Like kind of imagine, we have devices and cell phones and things. Imagine kind of going back to like the 1700s. No cell phones, no nothing. You have to make your own food. You have to dig a hole and pee. Like, you have to do all that stuff. Just imagine going back to that and going, what the hell? They don't know what a doctor is? They know what doctors is, but let's just say let's say for example, somebody had a break in their leg, okay? You simply wrap it and keep it straight and stay off of it. But back then they would use, I think it was leeches to suck out the blood. They thought that this was the issue, that the leeches would, but the leeches were actually making it worse. And telling them, oh, just leave the leeches on for an hour and then, start walking around, you should be fine. No, you were supposed to wrap it, keep it up, take some medicine. This is like what I'm talking about. It's like way more advanced. They're hugely advanced in spirituality as well. They don't kill each other. They use mediators if they can't come to an agreement. They can hear each other, so they know what everybody's thinking. So there's no question there. That was all part of the experience of coming here, though. God had put that veil here to kind of separate and put borders up to help everybody kind of have to, you have to work and learn from it. Well, a lot of the souls that come here don't want to progress. They see how the ego is, and they love how the ego is, so they keep going with it, and they keep going with it, and they allow it to dominate who they are. Rebecca, yes, you actually have in past lives. But when you come into the human body, you're just like, wait, what? Like some things that people say or do, I'm just like, wait, did that just happen? Like you're just blindsided. It's just like, what just happened? Like it's nuts. It really is. It's nuts. And people here don't take criticism. I mean, Justin calls it the snowflake effect. It's where people act like snowflakes and feel they're obligated and privileged, and he's absolutely right. There's a lot of them here that act like that, and it's when they get back to heaven, it's going to be a huge reality check when they go through their life review. It's okay, Cheryl. Have a good night. So if you walk past a couple and you think he's got his wife knows. What? Amanda, what do you mean, honey? Okay, so you're an alien. Yes, I am from Kalinia. I decided to come in with the second wave volunteers to help humanity progress. And we thought this was a less abrasive way of coming through and giving the messages. So we agreed to come in through the body. Yes, I did have a past life as Mary. I had a lot of past lives here. So does that mean we may have been alien in a different... Yes, absolutely. You can have what's called a galactic life that you may have learned from before you came here. I do an evaluation. I'm actually able to tell you if you've done that before. Thank you, Kristen. How can you tell if a walk-in or closely amongst you? Deborah, I do the evaluation. That's how I'm able to tell. So somebody asked about that earlier, and there is a lot of messengers here. Well, not a lot. There's a total of 144 of us, but some of them forgot. That's what I was getting to with the whole going to heaven and going through the healing resting place. The same thing happens with these galactic and light workers. I'm a galactic worker. I'm not a light worker. I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat stuff. Okay, sorry guys. You're not going to get that from me. I mean, I try to keep things light, but not fluffy. Okay. So a lot of them don't remember what they were supposed to be doing when they came. And what I'm seeing is a lot of them are coming and they're getting the evaluation to jar their memory. It's basically what's happening. Gina, Scotty, you would have to have gifts going on to get the evaluation. That's one of the biggest things. I'm not here to... The evaluation's not meant to help you find your purpose. That's not what that's about. Okay, so if you're feeling lost and you don't know what to do with your life, the evaluation's not for you. Hybrids are in that category as well. Marlena, yes. Robin, I wouldn't know unless I did the evaluation on you. It's about 300 questions, and I won't ask all 300. I'll ask the ones I'm drawn to by your guides. Sherry said I had an evaluation. I was so blessed for confirmation by Christina. Felt so right. And that's why I do them, Sherry. That's the whole point. I want you guys to understand who you are, not to forget your purpose, but to actually understand your purpose and what's happening with it. A hybrid Taylor is what my daughter is. She's part alien, part angel. Angels were a total different species. They were never meant to come in through the human body. They would do what's called a mirage human body. That's where you get those miracles where, let's say, for example, there was an accident on a beach, like somebody drowned and some stranger came up and saved them, and all of a sudden you turn around and he's gone. That's an angel miraging a perception of a human vessel. It's like a hologram, okay? It's kind of like that. But they never actually took on a life. That wasn't what they were for. The angels were for protecting the humans. That was why they were made. So a lot of them wanted to get experience, but not through themselves. So they made what was called a hybrid. It's a soul, half alien, half angel. It's hard to explain, but the soul would take on an alien life, and then it's really hard to explain, but they would splice DNA from the angel, and then they'd make a hybrid. So then the soul alien hybrid angel could come and have an experience through that bloodline. So Eden comes from the bloodline of Metatron. It's really hard to explain. I'm trying to find the human words to describe what I'm trying to show you. It's very possible, Robin, that you wouldn't know it, yes. But there's sometimes an inkling. Okay, so let me just kind of give you a rundown. So a hybrid tends to have back pain right between the shoulder blades, right in the dead center, and you might even have a birthmark or scar in that spot. Hybrids tend to burrow when they sleep. They don't eat leftovers. They leave leftovers in the fridge. Were angels called watchers? No, they weren't. They're actually called angels. They're angels, yeah. Christina, yes, Lucifer is getting very, very mistaken, twisted miscommunications. Okay, it's kind of like if you go to a medium. How do I want to put this? I need Maria's help with this on this one. Yes, Lucifer was an angel. He protected humans. Yes, and his name is actually getting twisted. He actually doesn't go by Lucifer, but his energy is getting twisted. It's kind of like, let's say for example, somebody claims to be a medium, and Maria's helping me with this. and they're giving you information, but it's totally wrong. But you're taking it as gold, that it is right. And now you're spreading that news to others. Like, she told me this, this, and this. And oh my God, isn't that amazing? But it's not true. It would be true if you had connected with it in some way. And like when I do the live feeds, okay? When I do live readings, that's how a reading should happen. You should somehow connect with it. Nobody's connecting to Lucifer. Whoever did this first energy of Lucifer made him into something negative. He actually doesn't go by Lucifer. There is a dark energy that, and I'm not going to say his name because then we're pulling him in, or pulling it in, that got his name somehow connected. Somebody messed up something somewhere. Okay, so Beverly says, you did an evaluation on me. It was a confirmation of what I felt about myself, plus so much more. That's great. This is why I do the evaluations. It's to kind of get you guys to realize things. Oh, good. Taylor, you understand? Half the time, I'm having such a hard time explaining this shit. Yes, Marlena, these are signs of a hybrid, the rundown that I gave you. Taylor, I thought it would because you were kind of questioning it. So, yeah, your guides probably pulled you to question it, which led you in the direction. Let's see. Ruth Ann DeBaca. My daughter is 10. In our sessions, you confirmed her and I have gifts. I would like to schedule evaluation for us both. Is she too young for an eval? Oh, actually, no. I've done children of age 5. I have a student that's age 5, so no. No, Cheryl, he's not. Very good, Cheryl. Bravo. Very good. Yeah, how can we find out if we were... Shannon, again, with the evaluation. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna butcher your name, but she asks, do you believe that knowing about your past lives helps us in the now? It does, but it doesn't, because honestly, you can't really go back, even though your soul and dream will tend to go back and try to review it and figure it out and see what went wrong with it. That's when you have these past life dreamings, that's what's happening. It does help in the sense of, let's say, for example, I have a client that is, okay, I just had a client not too recently. I did a past life, and normally I don't get names with past lives, but her guide gave me a name of a past life, and this is what's called a switch life, okay? What's happening is she's switching in and out. The reason why is because that life is happening now and her life now is happening now. In that life, she's 95, and she's still living, okay? That's a switch life. So that's a doubled up life. That's one soul living 2 lives, multiple lives, actually. You're see what happens is you guys like to put your soul in a little canister like this and go, I'm doing this life and I'm learning from this one only. That's not happening. You guys are having multiple lives, multiple dimensions, all kinds of things are going on. So what the reason why that life came up is because in this life, she's having problems with self-confidence. In that life, and they gave me a name, they said holistic healer, doctor, and then Regina, but she shortened her name, and I thought it was Gina, but it was Reggie. But I kept getting the quotes of shorten the name. So I just went with automatically, I just went, oh, okay, Gina. But apparently she goes by Reggie. So I looked her up and immediately it was like the first one came up, Regina, holistic doctor. I'm like, holy hell. And then in the year 1940. So that came up and she was born in 1944. So that came up like immediately. And I'm like, this is crazy. They gave me a name. They led me right to her. Bam, we're good. So, but in that life, she's written books, she's a professor, she's doing all this stuff with the state and the healthcare, Obama healthcare now, and saying it's ridiculous and she's trying to change it. She has confidence in that life. And the reason they brought that life up was to show her, you have confidence. Tap into this life, switch to this life, switch, and use that energy in this life to pull in confidence. So it was very cool how that past life played out. It was that past life session that I did with her. It was very cool. See, somebody said that show to me, that OA. I haven't watched it. I might want to watch it because everybody keeps bringing it up to me. That sounds like the OA. I'm like, I don't know what that is. First, I thought it was a pill. I'm like, is that a pill? It sounds like the OA. I don't. Then somebody's like, no, it's on Netflix. I'm like, oh, it's a show. What if we come across ourselves in this life? It's happened. It's actually happened. Yvonne, tell them about your dad.
Oh yeah, my dad was sitting at a bar, and he came to my house one night, and he says, I saw you the other night. I says, where at? He said, in the bar. He said, I was sitting there having a beer, and he said, you were down at the other end, and you wouldn't say hi to me. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, I kept trying to get your attention, and I yelled over, hey, Vaughn, and you just ignored me. He says, well, why didn't you say hello or come over and talk? I says, because if it wasn't me, Dad, I was no. I said, why would you see me in a bar room? And if I did come in, I would come over and sit beside you. I wouldn't sit at the other end by myself. He goes, oh my God, Vaughn. He said, I could have swore that was you. He said, it was your identical twin. I said, well, it wasn't me.
In past lives, it will always look very similar. And when I looked up that doctor for my client, because I do what's called personal transformations, you get a whole weekend with me. You get all kinds of readings, all kinds of healings, and you spend the whole weekend with me. However, I'm not doing the bed and breakfast yet. Again, I was staying at the bed and breakfast with the client so we could play games and do fun things at night, but I can't stay in their bed with my injuries, so I can't do that. Until I get better, I'll be able to do it again, but I don't see that happening for a while. But you get to see us the next morning. We stay with you till evening, and then you go to sleep. Well, I think this is actually a good idea that I don't do the bed and breakfast, because the last client, Courtney, that came in, she did her homework. Like the homework I had her do, she did it that night. She did her journal. She came up with questions for me for the next day. So when she came in the morning to do her detox, her foot soak detox that we had her do, she sat there and we discussed her questions and her journaling. So that was very cool. So I kind of like that idea that I'm not staying at my family's farm at the B&B with them. But it's so relaxing there. She loved it. It's so rustic and country, and it just warm. You just feel warm and cozy there.
She had more time to.
She had more time to reflect
on what happened that day.
On the first day I had with her, so it was really interesting. But where was I going with that? I don't remember where I was going with that. But so we looked up that past life, and even though she was 90, you could still see the facial features in the face that were very, very similar to her. It was crazy. When I showed Yvonne, I was just like, isn't that nuts?
Well, why was that?
Okay. Ooh, I love how you guys are interacting with each other. It's so cute. Mm-hmm. I love it. You guys are so adorbs. I love it. So, okay, so I guess we can do some of the healing. You want to do some of the healing?
Yeah, why not?
Want to play singing bowls? Anybody up for some healing? So, as you guys know, I am getting certified. I have my workbook here. I'm getting certified in sound healing. That means I can put some letters at the end of my name and beginning of my name. Rebecca, again, you're going to want to get a session with me for that stuff. If a hybrid has children... Oh, yes, Jamie, that would make them third wave, because only a second wave or first wave volunteer can pull in a third wave child. Yes, because they have to have a support system, and the second wave and first wave will be there to protect them and get them prepared. Now, I do see a lot of these third wave children, they have one parent that's supportive and one that's just an asshole. I'm sorry, but they are. They're just an asshole. And they won't let them progress. And I don't know why they were paired up like that, but it might be because the person that's closed off and just is an asshat needs more awakening, and the child is somehow going to accomplish that. I don't know how, but I feel bad for some of these kids to take that on. Like with me, it was, well, with Christina, it was her grandmother and her dad that helped her enlighten. Her mom was just, forget about it, closed off. So, okay, so we're going to do singing bowls. Yes, we are. Ooh, and I brought some other things. Are they down there? They're probably down there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys on the floor. So, wait, this is on something. Oh, what's on that?
It's on the singing bowl.
Okay, so I'm going to put you guys on the floor. All right. Oh my God, are you ready for this, Yvonne?
Do I have to move Maxie?
Yeah, you have to sit on the floor with me.
Maxie, I got.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, be careful.
Wait, I'm gonna put this up here so I can at least turn this.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry. So hungry. I'm starving. Okay, so I'm guessing we put this on the, oh, okay, well that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna put this on the floor, ladies and genties. Yvonne, I need my ring. Thanks. Okay. Maxie, wanna
Which one are you
join?
taking? The purple one?
Yeah. Do you want to join? Do you want to sit with the mama? You sit with mama? Look at the Maxie wants to play. Maxie, you gonna sit and get all? Huh? Look, you sniffing. Are you sniffing? This one's yours.
He's bonding
I
with
don't know
us
if this
tonight.
one works better or not.
Okay.
Oh, that's why it's. I had this in there. No, that's not gonna work. All right. Oh no, you guys don't have to get on the floor. That's hysterical, Misty. Though.
Confetti.
Okay, so one thing I want to teach you guys about singing bowls. And I'm learning this all in my course. Is you don't want to go too loud for two reasons. One, and I'm going to be teaching this in my course, okay? One, it sometimes might be too loud for the client if you're doing healing singing bowls on them. And two, it can shatter the bowl. So, Maxie, I know Maxie's so cutesy. Oh, you're laying there? You're going to sit and listen?
I think he's.
Are you going to sit and listen, Maxie, huh? You going to sit and listen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He cracks me up. He's hysterical. All right, I'm trying to get the both of us in here somehow. Like your bowl and my bowl.
Should I? Here, do we move my bowl?
Yeah, move over to me, ladies.
Okay.
I'm okay. So another thing you guys can do that we have in the shop if you don't have singing bowls, is so we have these in the shop, and you can tune your crystals with these and singing bowls. You can also go to YouTube and play. But I am making my own CDs. I have a whole set of chakra bowls. I also have a whole set of white bowls I'm going to be ordering. Big white bowls. And we're going to sit and do live feeds while I'm playing the bowls for you guys. So, is Spice still with you? What are we healing? Whatever needed. Okay, so what we're healing today is the crown and the throat. So what I'm doing is I'm vibrating. Okay, here's a big thing, guys. Your chakras are not closed. If they were closed, you wouldn't be able to function as a human. It's like kind of like taking the engine out of a car. You would just be nothing. You'd just be sitting in a parking lot. Your chakras have to be open and moving to have your body move. Okay, the vessel has to align with the chakras. Now they can get out of alignment, but they're never closed. You can't close a door on a chakra; you'd be dead. So that doesn't work. So basically, what I'm going to tell you guys is the crown and the throat is going to open you up to listening to your guides. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to open up the frequencies so that you can be closer in vibration with your guides. So that's you
It's
going
yours.
to, is it? Oh, it is mine.
It's
I
yours.
can't. I got in trouble, so I can't.
It's yours.
This just in.
Christina was the one.
The divine medium was actually wrong this time.
Yes.
I will be the first to admit it. Okay, we had fun playing with these. When we got the shipment in, did you guys see the video of us playing these? It was fun.
It was so much fun.
Is that me again?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh no, maybe it was me. It was me. It's hard to tell which one.
This just in. Yvonne was wrong this time.
It was. Okay. Oh boy.
I'm loving it. I'm gonna be laughing so hard trying to play singing bowls for you guys on live feed because this is
They're not
what's
going to go
come up.
well.
So you want to listen to your guides. Open
Oh,
yourself to your guides.
Can they hear them?
Can you guys hear it?
What are you guys hearing when we do that? I can't read it.
I absolutely love the sound. The laugh was contagious. Do you sing when playing the singing bowls? I
Oh
haven't
dear
heard
God,
you
please,
sing.
no,
Okay.
don't do that.
Oh, you don't want me to sing?
No, go ahead.
I love singing bowls.
Oh my God, you had
I
asked.
can't.
Nope. ain't
Oh, baby.
Okay, Mabel. Okay, Mabel. Let's hear it, Mabel. Let's hear it, Mabel.
I'm playing a singing bowl.
Come on, Mabel. You got the nicer one.
Here, dingy dingy.
It won't dingy with my rubber hair.
Really? Like what?
It's dead.
That was a doopy tune, man. That was
Okay.
doopy. She said, "Stop! I'm dying by myself." So you want to become one
Become
with
one
your spirit guide.
with the bowl.
Become with the ball. Listen. Think Mabel's here.
Think
You
Mabel's.
think Mabel's here?
Think Mabel's coming up.
I think Mabel. I don't know. This is me.
I think she is.
Well, that's a loud one. Oh, I can't do that.
No.
Crystal on crystal's not good. I can't. Okay, I can do it with this one. Why does it? It sounds weak.
Mine's not weak.
Yeah, what the flip? I have a poopy
Here,
mallet.
switch and we'll see.
I have a poopy mallet. I like yours.
Yeah.
Why is
I don't know. You gave me that mallet.
Here,
It's,
switch.
it's the mallet.
I don't like this mallet. It doesn't. You're stupid. I don't like you.
Ooh. That was
You know,
loud.
Justin's upstairs going, I'm gonna freaking kill the both of them. I have to get up at 2 a.m.
You think
He's
that's
he's directly
You
upstairs.
think that's vibrating up there?
Let's tune his chakras. He
Let's-
needs it.
Yes.
Let's tune him. We gotta tune him. What's the dinger thing? It's a mallet that you play with, that you go around the bowls. But I don't like this one going around the bowls. I bought this one. It's like a crystal piece, and it does really good. Yes, crystals can do that, Ruth Ann. I feel like I'm mixing food. And actually, you can do that. You can. It's harder, but you
What,
can
throw your
get
food
sound.
in there and mix it?
No, you can get sound by doing this.
You can.
Like you're mixing. And I lost it. Stupid mallet.
It's gone.
And I can't do it with this one because it won't go in there. Oh, maybe it will. Is that me or you?
Me.
Yeah, I ain't mixing. I ain't mixing.
Me.
I ain't mixing good enough. Oh, hey, look, we're brighter.
We are brighter. We are
My
brighter.
14th month old is watching this intently.
Aww.
Marissa, tell him hi.
Tell him we said hello.
More chimes, please. Okay, Alan, I'm on it.
you're not bumping it, so I'll bump it. Okay. You're playing with your chimes over there.
I love my chimes. Alan loves my chimes.
Well, that's good.
Justin's gonna come down and go, I'm going to put my foot up the both of your butts. What'd they say? What'd she say? Should I be feeling like I need to keep swallowing? Yeah. These singing bowls can affect in different ways.
That's because I've been really playing the blue one, huh?
Oh yeah, the blue one's the throat, guys. The blue one's the throat. This is a B note here. This is the B note. Like on a piano, this is the B note for the crown. Ugh, stupid singing bells.
Let's drown them out.
Tanya, I use singing or tuning forks in my healings already, and yeah, I used them on you the other day.
Yeah, she used them on me yesterday. Wow, could you feel the vibration in them?
And I do the on the body ones where you can feel the vibrations, and then I do your aura in your outer chakras, which are called Earth Star chakras, and you can actually feel the vibration hitting your skin when I do it. Oh, you guys have no idea what's coming.
Oh boy, they have no idea.
There's so much stuff coming this year. It's crazy. We're really focusing on healing this year. Teaching healing modalities.
It's all about healing.
All kinds of healing. I even got crystal light bed. It's awesome. Lindsay, you could probably purchase them from me. I get them from a certain supplier, so if you were interested, I can get them. There's different kinds though. There's ones with the mallets at the bottom, and you place those on the body, and then the straight metal ones that you just work around the body. Oh, it's crazy, Terry Allen. It's crazy. Ooh, Robin, I'm gonna delete that word if you don't mind. That's a demonic entity. You don't want to use that A word. Don't use that A word. Not good. It's not good.
I stopped.
Listen to the sounds of the earth. Open your
Well, how can
chakra.
mine do that when you keep shutting it up with your hand?
I'm trying not to break it.
That wasn't that loud.
It was so loud it made me poop. That's how loud it was.
Oh,
Just
boy.
saying. I had a little movement.
Oh, did it?
Right, Alan? Yes. Yes. The A word is an actual demonic entity that keeps secrets and hidden treasures, and what has the Catholic religion been doing for years. You want to end your prayer with in Jesus' name, not the A word. Oh, did you see that orb? We just had an orb go right past.
They're enjoying our music.
You know what we've been seeing a lot of, guys? Fairies. Teeny little fairies everywhere. In the
Everywhere.
shop. The other day I saw it coming off your shirt. When I was doing your healing, it came off your shirt.
Come off my leg.
And then it got mad. I noticed it because did you hear the big bang?
Yes.
I was like, oh, the little fairy just went off your shirt. And it was like, bam.
It
It was upstairs. I was like, jeez.
I said, what was that? She goes, he left.
He laughed. He wasn't very happy that I noticed him. Go wipe. Right, Alan. No A word. Oh, I know. I hope so too, Misty. I hope so too. I wonder why that didn't work out. What? Did I get sick or something? I can't remember. I was supposed to marry her and her husband. I love doing weddings.
I know you do.
They're really fun. I don't do enough of them. I'm a minister, guys. You don't even know. You don't even know.
You don't know the half of it.
Okay, the chakra surely is crown and throat to get you connected to your guides. Yes, they do, Patty. They love high vibrational noises. Why is mine not working now?
It is.
Okay, now you just slow it down. Melissa, I can do your wedding, girl. What's up? I'm really good at design too. You guys don't even know. I just designed the front window of the new shop. It's amazing. Oh, we should totally do a video with the fairies. I can call them in.
Call them in.
I have to use really high vibrational tones, and we might not want to do it when Justin's sleeping. He will freak out. Actually, he won't even hear them.
He has the TV on.
No, he wouldn't even hear them because it sounds that you can't hear. I have it. It's so high pitched you can't even hear it with the human ear. But the cats go nuts. How much are what, Lisa? I have a dog named Max. Alan. Where is Max? Oh, Maxie does not like the singing.
He went
voice.
over
He was like,
underneath
I
the table.
am out.
He's done.
He's just standing there. Maxie, what's the matter? You're just standing there looking.
You interrupted his little nap. What? Maxie.
What's the matter? What's wrong with you? What's the matter? He looks very disturbed. I think that orb freaked him out.
Oh, he was gone before that.
But he's just standing in there. He's not even sleeping. He's just standing and looking.
Do you think it's this is bothering him?
It might, yeah. They don't like that high pitched stuff.
No.
Maxie, where are you going? Where are you going, puppy? You're gonna go see your husband food? Somebody getting food? Go see. Go get some numbers. He's just looking at me like I'm an idiot. He's just like, whatever. Bella, my dog, just ran away.
That's my granddaughter's name. Nice little name.
Go put earplugs in Justin's ears. It's so funny. Oh, how much were they? I got a set of 7. I think it was around 900 something.
It's only a tire in a car.
Yeah. My dogs are loving the bowls and farting. I am on the same level as them right now, so we're all good.
Please.
I'm getting a little movement.
Oh boy.
Oh, God!
What?
The furry freaked the fuck out of me right now. She's. Oh my God! Damn it, Eden!
What'd she do? What?
I looked up and the furry's just hanging, like, leaning on the couch right there.
She's watching.
Well, it scared the fuck out of me. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting to see that.
What? What is happening? What is happening?
She's enjoying the singing bowls.
Me having a heart attack. That's what's happening right now.
You just gave her the second one for the night.
You just have a heart attack.
I know, Maxie. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm all right, guys. Heart attack's passed.
You okay? Okay.
That was some movement in my chest.
Bring the heart back down to rhythm.
Oh, dear Lordy. Give me some strength. I was not
She's
expecting,
enjoying it,
I wasn't
right?
expecting to see. I just was like, whoa. I didn't expect to see her standing there.
Where'd you expect her to be?
And then Eden comes up in the corner like a creeper, checking out the underwear. Like, what the freak? She does that a lot. Look at Maxie. Look at Maxie. He's like, what's happening? I'm telling you, Nefari's in here. He doesn't. Do you see him? He's acting. He's like,
Yes.
I see her, but yeah, he's looking right at her.
Maxie, turn the light. It's okay, puppy.
It's okay.
It's all right. You should be used to it by now. The spirits of
Say,
mommy's
no,
house.
I'm not, Mama.
Come here. So come sit to mama. Come here. All right.
Oh, don't you grumpy. He's like, grump.
Look at the Maxie.
Maxie, you look like a biker dog. You need this haircut. You need a haircut. Get this off your face, dude. He's like a squeak toy, guys, right?
Aww.
I didn't even squeeze him. He's like, "Rrr." He makes that noise all the time. He'll just lay in bed and go, "Rrr." you're 90.
You're not 90, Maxie. You're just not 90.
Nefari's the guide that came in with me when I passed in the car accident on this past February. Maxie was looking at Nefari. She's behind the couch. He's still looking at her. You see him? He's looking right at her. He's like, I don't know. He's looking at me. He's like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what the hell's going on. This shit's crazy tonight.
Did you?
I wasn't expecting her to be like in full physical form right in front of me. Jesus.
Maxie, be one with your guides. Be one with your guides, Maxie, with Snuffies.
It's not food, Maxie.
It's not Maxie food, no. Oh, you're licking your lips like it is, but no.
He's thinking it is.
Maxie.
I'm Maxie.
Maxie, where's Nefari? Tell her. Get off the couch already.
He's looking right at her. Eden. Okay, bye.
Bye, Eden.
This is my house. This is it. This is
it.
what goes on. My chest is vibrating from these sounds. That's a good thing. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's been real, Maxie. Keep it real.
Bye, Maxie.
Keep it real, Max. He looked back at me like
what
you're
are you
an
talking
idiot.
about?
All right, Max. Keep it real. See you later.
Oh, look at him.
Maxie, what's the matter? Why do you always look so sad?
Why is he upstairs with Justin?
Because he's always down here with Mummy, huh? And then when Mummy goes up to bed, Maxie follows, huh, Maxie? You worry about Mummy, don't you? All times. Worry about Mummy all times, huh?
He's Mommy's boy. Huh?
Look at his face. What are you doing? Come lay down. Stop being weird.
Aw.
Don't be weird, man. Put your monkey lips away.
I know. They're so
Little
adorable.
monkey lippies.
There he goes. He's gone into the living room.
That one's for you, Alan. Mic drop.
Go ahead. You'll break.
Alan likes my tunes, man.
I know he does.
Shelly, you hear them, you just don't realize you are. You're not having conversations with yourself in your head. You're having conversations with your guides. You just don't realize you are. This just in. The divine medium's getting a fucking migraine.
Are you really?
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't get rid of it. The singing bowls are getting to my...
Okay. So was that the healing for the night?
No. We're not
Oh
done.
boy.
I don't care, I'm pushing through.
Oh, okay.
This is how you learn. Oh, my eyes are bugging out. Mine's not working. I'm just not doing it right. Oh, dogs see spirits. Absolutely. That's an absolute yes. Why is yours working so well?
Because I'm doing it. It's me that's doing it.
Why? I can't get mine to work.
Do you want to
Oh,
switch
there it
bowls?
goes. Yes.
There you go.
I know.
What was it?
Nefari, she's moving around the room. She's back here now.
She needs to take care of you.
She needs to take care of my round, fat face, apparently, that it apparently changed when she showed up.
We still on the face kick.
I am.
Oh my
I'm gonna look like a fat panda. I'm already fatty patty as it is.
There's nothing wrong with the round face, Christina.
No, you know why I say fatty patty? Because I apparently really like the food here, and I should really be eating better. But
She feasts
this is my weakness: is your godforsaken
good food.
earthly food is killing me. don't go out at all.
Oh boy.
So there's that.
Oh boy.
I really like the food here. You don't get that in other worlds, especially not Kalinia. Okay, we eat a plasma and it's green and it's gross. Well, it's not really gross, but it's not a cheeseburger.
That's
Try
why.
that.
That's why you
It's not pizza.
take advantage of it here.
Listen, when I go back to Kalinia, I'm really gonna try to convince them to start making pizza.
You won't be fat, then, as you say.
We'll just be fat Kalinians eating pizza. And I might even give them a good recipe to it too. Maybe some spaghetti. I'm just saying.
How about some lasagna?
Oh, don't even get me
Loaded
started.
mozzarella and ricotta cheese.
Don't get me started on cheese sticks and lasagna.
Ooh.
Listen, Bull, you just calm down. Go big, go home.
Go big.
It's my motto. Wait, so I have to tell you a story.
Oh,
This is the fun portion of the live feed. We're over the teaching. Okay, obviously by now you've picked that up.
it's done. It's done for the night, girls.
Okay,
Boys.
so Yvonne's
Ladies and
taking a
gents.
picture I have to take for the Tribune. They were supposed to put my picture in it, but I guess they didn't. But so I was supposed to take this picture, and I was like, "Oh my god, you can see my stomach in the video or in the picture." So I started sucking. I started sucking my
And
stomach,
it all went upward.
and it all went up.
And we were enhanced double. I lost
My
it.
boobs inflated.
I couldn't take it. I said, you gotta be kidding me.
Every time she went to take the picture, I went. And we were laughing so hard. I'm not kidding. I tried to get to the bathroom
Didn't make it.
because before this I had to pee, but she was laughing so hard, I peed my pants.
I couldn't take
She had
it.
to go to the dollar store and get me
A pair of pants.
a pair of pants because I had underwear at the shop. Let's not get into that. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
We're
that
just
is
gonna
a
skip over that.
whole nother story.
So I had to have her go to the dollar store and get me pants.
Yes, because she just
And
had
wow.
to suck it in.
And while I'm at the shop, I had just my shirt on and I had it down here. I'm like, I pray to God nobody comes in because it looks like I'm just wearing a mini skirt. I go, Yvonne, you need to fucking hurry up because I look like an idiot.
Well,
All
they're getting-
because I sucked it in.
You had to press those foods.
We
out,
were laughing
didn't you?
so hard I didn't make it to the bathroom.
Oh, it was hilarious.
I made it to the behind the counter and it was already dripping down my leg. I was like, oh my God. I'm so
And I laughed
bad.
even harder. I couldn't take it.
I'm like, Yvonne, I'm gonna kill you. You should have just taken the damn picture.
You had to suck it in how many times, for God's sakes. You
Listen,
just couldn't make it work with one
I'm
picture.
an open book. You want to know something? I'm gonna tell you. I peed my pants. I'm just gonna put it out there. It was something.
Oh, it was something, all right. Oh, yeah.
This is too funny. Oh,
You're
not
charming
forgetting
enough.
Alan. Not forgetting Alan. Oh my goodness. Close the leg stance. I can't read. Ooh, bugging eyes. Lloyd, I wish I lived close by. We'd be friends for sure. It's a wonder Yvonne didn't pee hers too. Wish there was a way to suck in my fourth chin. I miss you guys so much, Ben Perky Bob. Are your bowls a set? Yes, they are. Did Yvonne pee too? I don't know.
No, I did not actually.
I kind of wish she did because that would have been a really, really funny story.
No, actually, I controlled myself. Christina's the one here that could not control herself.
Yeah. Apparently never can. Be one with your spirit. That was too loud. Let's try it again. Be one with your spirits.
Keep going. Keep going. Boing.
I need to use some yoni eggs. No.
No.
There was a whole a dinner conversation in the yoni eggs, and it was not pretty. I'm just saying. This, Tammy, is singing bowls. Do you like the noise? Very loud.
Oh, that's you.
That is me.
It's not Noah.
What note is Yvonne's bowl? Oh, shit. Carol, you had to ask me that question, didn't you? Okay, wait, I gotta go backwards. Okay, root is... Wait. I know this, because it's gonna be on my quiz. I better know this.
These are her school notes.
Why are they not on here? Why aren't they on here? Really? Crapola. I wrote it down.
Is that them there? That
No.
circle?
No, these are different bowls you can use to get to that, like motivation, nervous system, increasing creativity. Oh, put that back in. I do know this. Third eye is A, crown is B, throat is D. Wait. Wait, no, hold on. Why can't I get this in? Isn't that weird? Oh, wait, I think it needs to go that way. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Okay, so wait, I gotta go backwards. Okay, so crown is B, third eye's A, because it jumps. C is root, D is sacral, E is solar. F is heart, and E is throat. So throat is E. Throat is E. I had to go backwards. Oh my God, Susan, we are starving. Is Jackie right? What's Jackie saying? I heard that there is something big supposed to happen tomorrow. Do you know what it is?
Right? It's June. It's not May. Or is it May too? Well, what the hell are you gonna tell me?
I'm not allowed.
I'll just wait for it to happen. Oh, okay.
So how you like them singing bowls, guys? What's up?
Means nobody's getting an answer today, not even me.
The beginning was the cathedral. I'm just gonna put that out there. The cathedral.
We'll just have to wait till tomorrow and find out, guys. Because Christina's the only one that knows.
If things go right, it's tomorrow or it's gonna happen in June. Most likely June.
Okay.
I can't get. I should have brought the root. I can't get that.
Do we move it closer?
No, just hit the blue. I can't read. I have that root crystal ball. Will it help? I love. Oh, there went a fairy. Did anybody see that? There went a fairy. Never prepare. Remember that, guys. Always keep your armor of protection on against dark, but whatever happens here on Earth is taking place as it should.
Just keep going on your daily living. Right? So I'm done.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's
Go on your lazy day.
No,
You're
go-
not going to change the consciousness.
Go ahead.
That's our job to do that. But you yourself, do it in your little corner of your own little space. You know, talk to those that you're close to. But the 144, that's what we're here for. We're doing our damnedest to change what's supposed to take place to a much more easier conformant. And we laugh while doing it. Oh, I hate that mallet. That's for you, Alan.
It's getting warm in here.
Well, yeah, we're calling in the angels and fairies and all kinds of stuff. The root crystal bowl? Oh my gosh, yeah, because when she was on the bed, she actually felt it come up through the bed. So.
I could actually feel it vibrate because it was laying on the floor and I was up on the table. I could actually feel the vibration come up into my feet. It was unbelievable. It was really neat.
Jamie, yes, exactly. And Emily, it's a mind frame, okay? Because Maria had me really, she kept talking about the battle. And I'm like, I am 40 and my ass cannot do karate. I mean, what path are you taking? Am I supposed to be starting to learn swords again and do karate? Where are you taking
No.
this? Like, am I going to be out in my backyard just bow and arrow, balling it?
I'll get us a gun that's easy to hold.
And she's like, she starts laughing at me. She goes, it's typical. You go right to that mind frame because that's what you're used to. But she goes, no, you have to get everybody prepared mindfully. I'm like, all right. So singing bowls was the next step for us to do that. So the vibration is going to help your armor be placed on. So let's start out small, guys. And let's do the crown and throat so you can at least hear your guides, okay? I got it. They have me doing a thing real quick. Hold on. Oh, no. I thought you meant like...
The end.
Crystal, yes. Any kind of medication will do that. Yeah, Patty, I can do that. Okay, so this is the crown one. Well, Tammy, it should sound familiar. This is the vibration you vibrate at. So this is the high pitch, perfect pitch sound that you vibrate at. That's the crown one, okay? And then I'll do the throat. Well, Sandy, the bowls, the white bowls, the frosted white bowls, they can be any note. It just depends on how big you got it. Did you get a big one? Did you get a little one? Is it based off a chakra? I mean, you'd have to get me more information on it. Yeah, Crystal, there's no mental blocks, but there is a certain way of mentally thinking, and you don't want to think negative. You want to think as a creator, think as if it's already happening, and it will happen. Tammy, it's really fun. Yeah. I am feeling heat too. Sherlyn, yeah, you'll feel all kinds of things with the crystal bowls. This is retuning you to your vibrations of your chakras, okay? Just like makes the same sound as yours. Okay, so then it would be the throat one or the heart one, because if you didn't hear the heart one, they almost sound a little, well, they're not too similar, but I mean, I can play them all for you someday when we're in the shop. Well, Jamie, that's the thing. Angels don't normally communicate with the humans unless they have a message and they come through like a holographic human perception, and you actually think you're talking to a human, but you're really not. But angels, you have to be an actual angel communicator. I talk to your spirit guides. Yes, I can talk to your angels, and they talk through the mind, because we don't use this in heaven. We use the mind, not the brain. The mind. The brain is with the body. The mind is with the soul. And but your guides tend to use a ringing in your ear as well. That's on a physical sense, that they're trying to talk to you. So when you hear the ringing in your ear, say, can you switch to my mind, because I can't make out what you're saying. Okay, that's all you have to simply say. See here, this is what you guys are doing. You guys are making things more complicated than they are. Complication is dark. Dark makes things complicated. God makes things simple. Very, very simple. And he used your mind to do this. All you have to do is think a thought, and it's creating already. Let's say, for example, you're dating someone and you're thinking of breaking up with them. So you have two paths you can take here. You stay with them or you break up with them, and you create your own new path, okay? Let's say you do break up with them and you start this whole new path. This one is actually still playing out, but eventually will fizzle out. That's the whole quantum physics, dimensional way of using thinking energy. It will eventually fizzle out, because it's not actually being played out. So eventually it will fizzle out. You did take this path. So that's why when you sometimes, let's say for example, you didn't leave them, but you keep thinking about how your life would have been had you left them, that's because that path is playing out, and eventually it's going to fizzle, and eventually you won't think about it anymore. Okay? I want some singing bowls. But I will be teaching a singing bowl course. There's so much to know about them. It's ridiculous, guys. There's so much. Like, obviously I can't pick this up, but you can actually place singing bowls on people's bodies, and the vibration hits where it needs to go in the body. It's crazy what the client feels when there's a singing bowl on them. There's ways of gathering energy by swirling it. So let's get the bowl going. And you're gathering the life force energy and putting it around them. You're gathering it like a bowl and then putting it around them. And if you place this, let's say they maybe they have a hip issue and they're supposed to be getting surgery soon, you can actually place a bowl near blocked areas that are broken or not healing very well, and the energy will actually burst out and break up all the bad toxic energy that's holding them back. So like if you have a bad back, I'd use a certain bowl for your back to break up the energy that's causing the issues. That's what I'm learning, and I'm going to be teaching a class on. But I'm going to be using all kinds of modalities at the shop to heal people. That's our biggest concern this year, is to heal people. Because if you're feeling healed and you're understanding you can heal yourself naturally with all these modalities, and that it sparks up this healing path, then you're going to be more prepared than most for what's coming. And that's the whole point. We haven't eaten yet. any questions about the bowls? Alan, this one's for you. Mic drop. I feel like that's a lot in that bowl. Let's just stage that. Yeah, we even got a chakra light bed. I'm working on getting, and this is, the money that I get from readings goes to my bills. What we get from the shop, like you guys buying from the shop, is going to the spa. I don't even see this money. I can't remember the last time I got my hair done, guys. Like, honest to God.
It's been over a year.
Actually, it's been longer than that.
Yeah, over a year.
But when you guys buy from the shop, it actually is going to these things so that we can better heal you guys, okay? So the chakra light that I was able to get finally, after 4 years of wanting this thing, I finally got it today. Okay, let me go backwards again. D, it's an E. This is an E note. This is the B note. Crown is the B. Third eye is A. Your throat is an E. Your heart is an F. G is the solar. I'm trying to go backwards with my alphabet. Wait. No, wait. Hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so F, throat, heart is E, D is solar, sacral is C. No, that's wrong. Hold on. That's wrong. I have to write it because I'm not mentally. Can you hand me that pen? Mm-hmm. I'm not mentally getting it in my head. I have to go backwards on the scale, like the way they taught it. I have to go backwards. Okay. I actually put an eye, like a third eye. Put the eye.
Put the eye.
Crown. Okay, so crown is B, third eye is A. Okay, so I got this right. Okay, so throat is G, heart is F, solar's E, sacral is D, and root is C. Then you have third eye A, and crown is B. Crown, I had it memorized because I have two different crowns. I have a small crown and a large crown. 2 crowns. And I can get smaller chakras. It's up there. I can get smaller chakra bowls. I just wanted the really big ones because I'm going to be doing live singing bowl shows that you guys can watch. And I'll be making CDs of my own with like rain, thunderstorm, maybe the beach waves, and I'll be making CDs for you guys to connect to your guides and realign your chakras. All the CDs are going to be great. So it's going to fixate on like your chakras. Maybe you want some creativity in your life, so I'll work on those areas. Maybe, let's see, there's different things I can do with the singing bowls, but I'm going to be making CDs with it. Let's say, for example, you want, okay. So let's say your nervous system is unbalanced and you're feeling unwell. There's a singing bowl CD music I can do for that. I can increase your creativity. Maybe you're feeling like your life doesn't have direction. Maybe you're feeling lonely, depressed. I can do a whole CD of that. Calming your anxiety. Okay, big thing with me is calming anxiety, and I'm going to teach you guys something really fast right now because I'm obsessed with it. I did the singing bowls, but if you're feeling high anxiety, you can do the singing bowl CD that I have, but also I'm going to be doing ASMR for anxiety, and one of them is, I have to show them, I can't wait. Oh my God, I can't walk, I'm getting
up and walked anyway.
Okay. So I'll be doing ASMR. They call them ASMR. This is all like to help you guys. So all you guys have to do is go to the video when you're feeling high anxiety. And you can, I'm gonna do it back here so you can see what I'm doing. But I got this really cool sand. It's kinetic sand. It's so cool. I love it. Actually, I'm just gonna pop the whole thing out. Okay. It's sparkly. Look at the sparkles. Okay. So, and I gotta say, guys, this sand, when I'm having a bad day or I'm really freaking stressed out, I get this sand and I'll get out and play it, and it just, look at it. It's so much fun. So I'm gonna be making videos me playing with the sand. Like, one of them is me playing with the sand. I have slime and I have all kinds of really cool stuff. So I got these like really cool like thingies, cookie cutters. And what I've been doing is like just practicing. Back up a little. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so there you go. I just want you guys to be able to hear me. But apparently on the ASMR videos, you have to have a certain microphone, and I have the microphone. I've had it I use it actually when I did the radio station, when I did the iHeartRadio, I had that microphone already. But I didn't know you could use it for ASMR. So what the thing is the sound. A lot of people like the sound of the cutting. So I'm gonna pull this up so you can hear it. Do you see how like it just calms you? And when you watch somebody playing with it, like you just want to pass out. It's so awesome. But this sand is so much fun. And I got like, oh, I don't know, I got like a scooper for it, so I could do like just plop everything in there and like scoop it in. Like I wanted to do like different things with the sand on the video. And then I got like a brush, because some people like the noise of the brush. It's really awesome. This is fun for me. I was doing this the other day. And I go, Justin, don't make fun of me, but I have to play with my sand because I'm really stressed out. I'd come home and I was stressing out because there's so much stuff we need for the spa, and it's stressing me out that I have to do a ton of readings to get them, you know, to get the bills done. But then I have to try to sell stuff for the shop to get the spa money. It's crazy. I'm stressed out. So I'm sitting there playing with my sand. And he's just looking at me like I'm an idiot. I go, just put your hands in. It's so much fun. I go, just put your hands in. It's so fun. And he puts his hand in and he goes, yeah, it's great. He doesn't get it. So I had fun. I was having fun. I didn't care. It's so much fun, right, Cordy? Isn't it fun? So I'm gonna put this away because I don't want you guys like. What? What? What's that face? Did I say something?
No, I thought I heard this weird freaking noise.
Like a cat? Because I heard it too, but it was behind me.
It wasn't a cat. It was like, I can't even describe it.
I can't. It was behind me though. Is that soft? Yeah, it's extremely soft. The thing is about it, this is the cool thing about it, is you can, I don't know if you guys, yeah, you guys can see. If you guys do this, like it stays a solid. It's called kinetic sand. You can get it in sparkled, but it really calms you down, like if you have anxiety. Here, I'll use my brush. There you go, guys. Clean that off for you. That'll probably woke you back up. Okay, so you get this, and then you get your little knife, and what? It's already falling apart. Look at that. Did you see that? That's because there's a hole in it. All right, so I'm gonna make it stronger. Usually it doesn't fall apart like that. If you keep it solid, it'll just stay like that. I'm gonna put a cushion so it doesn't do that. Okay, so you put it there, and then you cut it, and it just falls. It's so soft. It's amazing. It really helps with anxiety, I gotta tell you guys, honest to God. So I'm gonna put it all back. If you guys have any questions. It is grown-up Play-Doh, exactly. It really is. I'm really glad we were able to do this tonight. I've been dying to do a live feed, but every time I would get in so much pain, or I would get really sick.
It was too early. You couldn't do it.
It was definitely Maria telling me I wasn't ready yet.
Oh my gosh, no.
I mean, there's just so much. I mean, here's what's been kind of going on, guys. And I warned Yvonne about it, but I've been getting stuck in my dreams. And I know Maria said, if you don't snap out of these dreams, because part of my soul wasn't ready to come back. It was convinced to come back and help, continue to help. I was supposed to die in that car accident, guys. I wasn't supposed to come back in February when it happened. What was that, the 18th?
Yeah, February 18th.
So, I think my soul's just having a hard time, and she did tell me that if I don't snap out of it, it's gonna look like I'm in a coma. And then they're gonna think I'm not gonna come out of it. The doctors are gonna convince my family that I'm brain dead, when really I'm just in a dream. That's simply it. So I warned Yvonne that I might not wake up, and there's several times I haven't woken up, and we had this thing set up that, you know, if Yvonne came and nobody answered the door in the morning, because she picks me up. I haven't driven since my accident, but we had this thing set up that when she came to the door, if I didn't answer or nobody answered the door, Eden was to come in my bedroom and try anything she could to wake me up. It hasn't come fully to that, because Eden's been coming in and waking me, like shaking me and getting me jarred. But she did warn me that if my soul did not get over this and snap out of it, that it would look like my body was in a coma, when really I'm just stuck in these dreams. And cats are known to get rid of anything dark around a house. Like dark spirits do not, there's no dark spirit, it's more like energy. Dark energy does not like cats. Let's just put it that way. There's something with cats that they do not like. It's like having your own personal cedar sage in your house. But I was stuck in this dream. I remember the dream. What I was doing. I remember these dreams to a T. Like, I remember all of them. And I got stuck in this one, and it was my cat Ren that got me out of it. All he did was meow, and I popped. It was like I had a seizure. I just popped right out of it, and I sat up. And because I knew I was supposed to be coming out of it, but I just wouldn't. So yeah, Yvonne's been keeping track, and Eden's been keeping track of me waking up. And there's times where, like this morning, I had a little bit of a hard time getting up. And I think what I'm doing is I'm jumping around to past lives. I've written a lot of them to you when I woke up.
Yes.
You should have a lot on your instant messenger or your text messaging where I was sending them to you. Oh yeah, I've written them out.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh yes, I do have them.
Yeah, I've written them out to you.
Yes.
Yeah, I've written out in detail what I've gone through in these dreams. It's just my soul just really having a hard time being here. And it's been hard for me to come back to like live feeds and things like this, and I don't want people thinking like, and I know that there was a big post about somebody was very upset. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was very upset that I wasn't doing live feeds, and she thought everything was just about the shop anymore and getting money, and that wasn't the case. It's just I wasn't doing live feeds, and I wasn't doing anything because of the accident, and we have to have money coming through somehow. So yeah, I'm gonna make the shop the forerunner while I'm not doing readings.
The shop is our income.
Yeah, the shop
we have to put that first and foremost.
So while I'm away, my team had to keep the pages going, you know, let you guys know about new stuff coming into the shop, you know. We just had to do things differently until I was ready to come back. But we did clear all that up with that, whoever that, I can't remember who that was.
I don't remember who it was.
But we did clear everything up with her and, you know, made her see that and everything was fine after that. But never jump to conclusions with people.
There's
you
many
know,
aspects of
yeah,
you.
I mean, if there's an
It's just
issue
not-
with the page or with me, always inbox me or call the shop. Don't post, because this is just going to cause this whole weird miscommunication thing that's going on.
And with your concussion, you weren't even allowed looking at a TV or your
No, and
computer or anything.
I wore my sunglasses a lot because I couldn't my doctor even now yells at me because I keep getting migraines. I keep getting migraines at work because I'm on my computer. And I can only do so many readings during the day. And I got one today because I was on the computer. And because my course is online, so I have to, you know, do my course. But yeah, she's like, because I said, I've been, she goes, are you using your nausea medicine? And I go, yeah. Because my crystal stuff isn't really doing it. Whatever's going on with me is stronger than what the crystals can handle. And I go, yeah. And she goes, you getting migraines? And I go, yeah. She goes, are you still looking at a screen? I go, yeah, because I kind of have to do readings. And she's like, well, your concussion's not going to get any better. Like,
You got yelled at.
I got
because you
yelled
shouldn't
at
even be
by
doing
my
it.
doctor because the more I'm in front of a screen, the worse my concussion. It's not going to get
And
any
it's
better.
yeah, it'll keep it from healing.
So I got yelled at.
Just a little bit.
So in the meantime, we were trying to figure out other ways of keeping the shop going because I can't just let stuff drop. Like you guys, if you wouldn't know this unless you owned a business. Obviously, if you own a business, you know this, that if you don't do anything on your page, things just go dead. So my team was keeping the shop going. You know, talking about crystals, doing shopping sprees. Like, this is how business works. So, but we worked it out with, I can't remember who it was, but we worked it out with her. She's a nice lady. I think she just got really confused with what things were going on. But I always tell people, please call the shop or inbox if you have an issue. Don't do posts because it causes like other people to get involved and everybody's getting mad. I think a lot of people yelled at her and I'm like, no, please don't do this. Like, just call the shop. And I got a feather, so I'm putting it in my bag. My little feather friends. So, no business, no money, right, John? So this is my living. If not, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be a forensic psychologist, as my degree is that. So, but I tried doing that, and I got very popular and couldn't do that anymore. So now I'm doing this. Well, Jessica, the problem is with that, let me get some, because I'm getting a headache right behind my head. It's because of the screen. I'm not supposed to be looking too much, but. Are you getting one too?
Yeah.
You might be feeling me. Is it back in your neck? Back here?
No, mine's right here, right
Oh, yours
now.
is right there. Yeah, D, exactly. But Jessica, because your soul your body and your soul are two separate entities. You got two different things going on, okay? This is your body, this is your soul. Your soul wants to break free anytime it can get. So if your body's at rest, because it's like a machine, it has to rest to keep going and eat to keep going. Your soul's like, I don't have to do none of that. I'm free to do what the hell I want. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to over here. Oh, I'm having too much. Mom, I don't want to come home. That's basically it. Come home. It's time to come home. I don't want to leave. I'm having too much fun. Yeah, that's what my soul's going through right now. It's like a toddler. It doesn't want to come home. So that's kind of what's going on. Fingered up my thing.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than looking at the glasses.
Plus, when I touch my makeup, it just, ugh. Okay. What does my shirt say? I don't know. What does my shirt say?
My favorite people are dogs.
It's true. And cats and birds and rabbits.
I should say my favorite people are animals.
And I have all animals in our house. Yeah, Jessica, they really are better than reality. But my dream that I had this morning wasn't. It was really, really weird. I was in a bathroom and I got my period. And this is obviously a past life. And I was wearing white pants with white underwear. And there was a bright red dot going through my underwear and my pants. And there was a girl trying to help me. And that's when I woke up.
Oh my.
I woke up going, what in the fuck?
I'd be saying that too.
Like in the dream it made sense, but I come out of the dream and I'm in this life and I'm like,
it made no sense.
what in the hell? And that's been happening Yvonne just had an incident the other day. How many of you were doing something and then all of a sudden you stop and go, what the hell was I just doing? And you're in the midst of doing it. This is your soul popping out, going to another life, comes back, and your soul's trying to figure out, okay, what the hell was I just doing in this life? How many people have done that?
That's just messed up.
That's-
Weirdest feeling ever.
That's exactly what a dementia patient goes through. That's the same thing. It almost like might come off like you're getting like early signs of dementia, but that's not what it is. Your soul's literally popping into another life to check on it or do something, and it comes back and goes, oh shit, I gotta make sense. Where the hell am I? Like, what the fuck was I just doing? Like, it's trying to figure out what it was just doing. Because it's in this life now. And probably in that life, it was doing the same thing. It was just like, wait, where am I? What am I doing? And then it goes, wait, no, I gotta go back. So it goes back, and it goes, okay, wait, where am I at now? It's crazy.
That was messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Driving because, and that's a little different. Your soul's popping out to talk to your guides, and you don't realize that there's like a whole conversation. You might if you pay attention to what's happening in your mind, because while you're driving, you're off talking to them, and if you pay attention, you might get clips of what's being said if you really focus in on your mind, and then you come back to the car and go, holy shit. I'm like 20 minutes into my drive. Like, I remember this place. Like, you just don't realize how much time passes because you're not technically there. Your body is trained to do these motions because it does it every day. It drives the same route every day. So it knows what it's doing. So your soul is free to go off because, again, your body is a separate entity. It's a machine, and it can drive that same route, and it does it every day. It knows what to do. It knows how to drive a car. Sorry, Maria's making me tired because I'm starting to shut down, but it knows what it's doing. It knows it's driving a car. And all right. Wow, am I hungry? Okay. That just made me really hungry. I can't read what you guys are saying, but Neferi just said that stop worrying about tomorrow, what's happening, what's coming, and focus in on what you're doing now. Your mind is a force of light and healing, but also you use it against yourself too much. So basically what she means by that is you're perceiving things in such a way that you're creating it in such a negative aspect when you don't really have to do that. You can make things better for yourself. If there's a situation you don't like, you can literally mindfully change it. Like, let's say there's somebody at work that you don't like or you don't get along with. Eventually, if you're mindful, you can create the situation to either get away from them or they get away from you. So either you somehow, some way will step out of the place that you're in away from them, or they will step out and move away from the place that they're in with you. So something's going to give because you're creating it. I kept seeing myself painting for weeks and found myself up by Michael's because we took Courtney out to eat, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna step over to Michael's and get paint. And I bought a shit ton of it. It is all in here. All my paints. This whole bag is filled with paints. Okay, they had it sell 20% off, so I went for it. Because I want to get back into painting, and I have all my. Let's see. I do paint professionally. I've painted professionally for years, and I just haven't done it in a while because I don't have time. But I know why it's happening. These are all my brushes. And I know why it's happening because Maria wants me to paint portraits of people's irises in their eye, because you can see your loved ones come through on the painting. She not only wants me to do that, but she wants me to open the vortex on the painting, and I'll show you what I mean by that, where I can pull in the loved ones that you want to connect to. And she's been showing me how to do this, so hold on, I'll get that painting in a minute. I could have got it. That's alright, I got it. It's not done yet. So, it's this painting that I've been working on. And when the vortex is open to where they're at, because there's different vortexes, there's different dimensions that your loved ones are at. This one goes to a specific vortex. So I don't know who this is for. I started it and haven't finished it, so I'm thinking this is meant for somebody, but they haven't yet shown up for me to do it. So, but I know where this leads, and I'm just waiting on the loved one to show up. So they might even show up real big, or you might have multiple ones being like down and around coming through. So I have it backwards, sorry, my bad. But they're gonna be coming through here. I just don't know who this painting's for. So, but I started it. And that's the vortex. That's kind of what it looks like. It's like a light deep purple, if that makes sense. The colors here don't match very well with heaven. I can't even compare the colors that are in heaven to the paints that I have. It's not even in comparison, but I'm getting kind of close to the colors. But this is kind of what it looks like. And then there's these vibrational frequencies, like electricities going on the outside of the vortex. And that's what I was trying to paint out here, because they come off like a bluey hue and a maroony purple together, and it's like spacey mixed vortexy electrical frequencies going on around the vortex. So I was trying to match both of them, and I don't think I did too bad, but there it is. Now I'm just waiting on the person it belongs to. So I will be doing the vortex paintings and the irises. So basically what I'll be doing is painting an iris of your eye. So you just take a picture of your eye, and I paint your eye, and then when I'm painting it, I don't even have to try. Your loved ones just show up in the painting somehow. I don't, it's all them. I'm just the vessel. They just come through. So, is it scary, the vortex? No, not at all. Crystal, yes, exactly. Yeah, heaven will show you the real colors when you do the meditation. Rebecca, I don't know how you can buy a painting. I've never done commission painting before. Never. I don't even know how this even works. So I'm gonna have to get with Maria and be like I painted that angel. I'm gonna grab that. Yeah, I put it away there. Yeah, so I have all my boards, like even have black boards that I got for painting. I got some boards. But this is my angel painting I did. And this isn't even my best work. Like, there's a painting in my shop that I did of heaven that a lot of people comment on. But somebody wanted to buy this. And I was just painting the paint. And I actually am going to put an actual amethyst on her hand. That was what I was told to do, was put the actual amethyst on her hand. So I'm apparently making angels now that hold crystals, because the crystal has to do with something with the client and the angel's protecting the crystal. And oh my God, it makes so much sense now. Oh my God, I'm gonna freak out. Do you remember? I texted you and I was in my closet putting my clothes away and I heard stone keeper.
Yes.
Fucking makes so much sense right now. I'm freaking out. Like the hairs on my arms are standing up. That's what they meant. I'm to place the stones that I have, that I'm keeping for the person that it belongs to put on the painting. Stone keeper. Makes fucking sense now. Right? I didn't have any idea. Okay, you know when somebody hasn't, like, they're searching for you, and they find you and they go, oh, hi, it's you. Well, I'm in my closet doing my clothes because Justin did my laundry the other day because I work so much. He does the dishes and laundry for me. He's amazing. I love him. And I'm in my closet and I heard it behind me and they went, it was real deep and he goes, stone keeper. It was like something out of a game and I was just like, and it was just that, nothing else, no explanation, no like message. I just kind of went like this and was just like, I was expecting to see somebody behind me and I'm like, can I help you? Like, who does that? Comes into the closet and stone keeper. And I text Yvonne, I go, some weird shit just happened to me. I'm in the closet and it was like somebody was looking for me and they found me and they were like, stone keeper. Like, what? So apparently that's one of my names in heaven. I'm the stone keeper. So this just made sense because I saw Maria having me make these angel pictures and put an actual crystal in their hand. Makes so much sense now. I'm the stone keeper. Bitches. Oh my gosh. So there's that. Yes, new guides can pop in and out based off of what you're doing. Like my painting guide came in and is helping me sort out what I want to do with my paintings. So, yes, exactly, Michelle. That's the whole point of the painting, is to pull those souls out of their eye, because that's where they remain, in your mind, in your mind's eye. They're always there. Like, okay, wow, that just blew my mind. Maria just showed me a mirror. Your eye's like a mirror. They're there, you just can't see them from your perception. But if you do a mirroring effect onto your eye, you can see, your eye can see them. Can you see what I'm saying there? It's a mirroring effect. You perceptually can't see them, but they're always there and they're showing up in your eye. Exactly. Thank you. Leo agrees with me, damn it.
I totally agreed with you.
Oh my god, this has been some night, I gotta tell you. And my hip's killing me because I'm sitting on the damn floor. So, yes, I'll be doing angel pictures. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna have them set up, but this one was my faves because she didn't have a face. So, we can perceive her as anyone we want. Somebody thought it was Eden. And then I was like, yes, it is. Sure, why not? Just like in the OA, everybody keeps bringing that up. I have no idea what that is. I gotta watch it.
I've never heard of it.
You guys are welcome. Charity, you are welcome. So, yeah, I guess I'll be doing different paintings for different people. I just don't know how we're going to pull this off with everything else I have to do. So, Maria's making it happen somehow. So, I had time to do those.
She always has you doing something.
Oh my gosh, she has so much on my plate. I want to shoot myself.
Yeah, she does.
Thank you, John. Ray, yes. Yeah, it would be. I don't know what the OA is, Angela. Everybody keeps bringing it up. I don't know what it is either.
I never heard of it.
Apparently, we gotta watch it.
Apparently.
I have noticed there are slight differences in your facial features after your accident. Oh, Maria's My Guide, Cindy. It's on Netflix, very good. You're welcome, Melissa. I know, right? When my little boy was born, I was drawn to... Yes, they do, Patty. I have a million things on my plate. Thank you. I love how you guys are talking to each other. I'm not even here. Just keep talking. Yvonne, how are we getting these singing bowls to the car? I guess we can do it in the morning. I don't think we should do it tonight.
We can do it in the morning.
Oh my god.
What the hell? What are you doing? What is that? A piece of the paper?
It was on the box and I put it in the bag, but apparently it was like, nope. I'm not going in the bag. I'm going right on your head. What in the... Look at it. Look at it.
It's falling.
What is happening? Okay, listen. You have to go in the bag. You can't stay on my head. Listen, just... Okay, now we're good. Oh my god, that was hysterical. I just kind of lifted up and was like, what is that on my head?
I think like you see yourself on there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wonder if we could do the crystal thing again. I'm gonna break on my mallet. I'm gonna end up breaking it.
You want to eat some oil?
I'm sorry, I don't understand egg.
Excuse me, with onion.
I was gonna say onion, but I didn't know. Yvonne's over there eating her salad. She's like, you want me to get the light?
I like oil.
I don't understand egg. I'm sorry, I don't understand onion.
I can get the light for you.
It's quite alright, egg face.
No, it's okay.
Now I gotta put this away.
Should we get the light? Seriously.
Sure. This is funny. Okay, I should do it, and then I'll tell you to turn the light back on.
Am I turning it off?
Yes. I'll turn this off. And is that, okay. All right, guys, ready? Okay, so you take these 2 quarts, and we're gonna smack them. Okay, ready? This is how you test if they're true quartz. Oh God, wait, let me move. All right, here we go. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it came over here.
Did anybody see the spark? Anybody see the sparky? Wait, I can't even see comments. Oh, that's fine, Nicole. I'm just waiting for people to tell me if they know. Okay. Okay, here we go. I might have to go back further. Okay, ready? You have to look for the spark. Maybe I'm not doing it right. It worked earlier. Did you guys see it? No spark. Damn it. All right, let me try it this way. It did it earlier. I just don't want it to go everywhere. I'm freaking out.
Oh, I saw that.
All right, good, because I really slammed it that
Yep,
time.
that worked. I don't know.
I'm
if
gonna have
they
to go.
saw it.
I'm gonna have to go back. It's not fake.
Oh no, I saw it. I don't know if they did.
Saw it. Okay, good. Oh, thank God. Okay, so we're good. I just gotta make sure the dogs don't get shards in their little paws. So it's these quartz right here. That's the quartz, guys. It's fun. Poor little crystals. They're probably like, will you stop slamming
I
us?
know. I know.
Please stop slamming us. We don't like it. Alright, I just want to make sure there's no shards for the dogs. I should probably sweep before they come in here. Okay, side. So, that's how you tell that you have real quartz. Just so you guys don't miss the beginning of this feed. So, I love how you're eating your salad and I'm just sitting here like frumpy.
So,
She's over there devouring her salad like it's a steak.
it is very delicious, actually.
You just shut your pie hole, woman.
I'm just saying.
So, yeah, go back on the beginning of the live feed and you'll see why we did that spark test. You'll see. There's so many ways to understand if a crystal is fake. I don't want you guys getting taken advantage of. So I really want you guys to take my courses, learn the crystals, learn how to use them, learn how to use singing bowls to help yourself, learn how to use tuning forks, learn how to understand your oracle cards. What are your guides really saying to you? So I want to teach you guys all these modalities and get you guys stronger on your paths. I don't want to keep repeating old stuff. So I was talking to Yvonne about this. Every time I say I'm talking to you, I want to say Maria. But I'm going all the old stuff that we talked about, like soul contracts, your spirit guides, all that stuff. I'm going to be putting that stuff into a blog. And going to have you guys, like, say for example somebody asked me something about something with their soul contract. I'll say, listen, go to this link, and I'll have my team put the link up, and I'll say, go to that link, check out that blog. You can read all about the soul contract and how it works and why you're choosing certain things and why you took this path and blah blah blah. So that's the whole point of the blog. So I'm not repeating. A lot of you guys are you're here to grow, but then we get newbies that have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm hoping that the blogs get them prepared and help them better, so that we're not repeating things for the people that have been here for months and years that already know this stuff. I don't want to keep going over old stuff. We want to keep progressing. So with each live feed, I want you guys to learn new stuff. I mean, yeah, I might touch up on old stuff, which is always good. You don't want to forget the old stuff, okay? So, but I want to touch up on new stuff as well. So I'm going to be working on those blogs, putting it on the website for everybody to see. And I've already started the video blogs, like cleansing your house. That's on there, on the crystalcovespa.com. So you can actually go to the blog, it's video blog. You can hit the video blog and the blogs are there. They're starting to be there. So I'm gonna probably put them on a written blog and do it that way. Or maybe I'll cut up old live feeds and do it that way. That might even be better.
I think that would be better.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, Johanna, the vampire dreams you're having is because there is a planet that consists of vampires. That's where do you think that idea came from? These ideas of vampires, fairies, werewolves, they didn't just drop out of nowhere. They didn't just pop into somebody's mind. They were inspired from a different realm or a different place that they themselves once experienced. So they were like, their soul was like, oh, how cool would it be if I mentioned about werewolves and I'll write this book about vampires, because that's an actual place. There's these beautiful beings. They don't feed on people, so some of this information is getting twisted and distorted to kind of fit our society. That's what's happening. But on that planet, they don't feed on each other. They do eat, or they do drink a sort of, it's a maroon-looking liquid, which would be miscommunicated as blood to somebody here as a human. But basically what's happening is they're getting this from a different realm. And that realm, actually, it's a type of vampire realm. They're very, very beautiful beings. They don't look human, but they're very iridescently, I wouldn't say iridescent, but they have like whiter skin. They do have whiter skin. And it does come off like glistening, if that's the right word for it. And they do have fangs as teeth, not our kind of teeth. It's a different kind of fang that comes out when they eat. They pop out when they eat. They don't stay there. Like on our movies and stuff, they stay there. You can see them all the time. But they come out when they're ready to eat, or when they're ready to, sink their fangs into something. Their mouths aren't like ours either. They're more slitted. They have like a slit. Trying to think what else I can tell you guys. But that's a realm, and you're basically just going back to that realm because you enjoyed being there, and maybe your soul misses it and is visiting family from there. So certain reptilian races are lower energy and they're still learning, but they're not meant to be negative. No. There's crystals that can help you remember your dreams. Remember, guys, crystals have a perfect geometric pattern. That means the atoms, the molecules, the electrons, they all line up perfectly. Whereas ours are like all over the place. They're not geometrically, have a perfect blueprint. So when you have a crystal around you, it's called the principle of entrainment. Your cells in your body, just like you reprogram a computer or a cell phone, the crystal's actually reprogramming, re-entraining your cells to that vibration. So when you have a crystal on you, you're actually training your cells to vibrate at that crystal. That's the whole point of the crystal. Same thing with the tuning bowls tonight. Your cells are training to that, the principle of entrainment, training to that vibration. Okay, that's how that works. Angela, it may be because your soul isn't ready for what it's learning, or your soul doesn't feel it's important for you to know where it's going and what it's doing in this life. It's not going to benefit you in any way. So it kind of keeps you from remembering. Some souls tend to do that. Or maybe what your soul's going through, your physical body can't really physically handle it. And maybe it might cause depression, or maybe it might cause PTSD. You never know. Your soul might be visiting places that your body might not handle. Let's say, for example, your soul is murdered in a life and it keeps going back to that life and it's reviewing and it's reviewing. It's not going to bring that back to the body for you to kind of relive because the body's not going to know what to do with it. I mean, it just isn't going to work. No, you can't carry too many crystals, but you can mix too many crystals together. So there's certain crystals you probably don't want to mix with other ones. No, Rebecca, crystals are perfect geometrically vibrating, okay? So they don't need cleansed. They don't need smushed. What I tell people with that, it's more of a bonding experience with your crystal when you do that, when you run it underwater, you put it out in the moon, you're going, I love you and I love you this much. But it vibrates perfectly. And what you technically want to do with your crystal is retune it. So you want to keep it at that vibration. So you can retune it, and that to me is a sound bath for it. You would be giving it a sound bath. So you can go on YouTube, look up tuning bowls, or wait for my CD to come out, because I'm going to do one specifically for crystals, and just play tuning bowls for them. Well, Moeva, if you hear your crystals moving around when you're not close by and they're jumping, that means some of them are trying to get away from others. Let's say, for example, you have a bowl of crystals in your room. You don't know what the crystals are. You just have a bowl of crystals and you aren't sleeping very good. You sleep pretty well in the living room, but not in your bedroom. Or vice versa. You sleep really good in your bedroom, but when you go out to the living room, you can't take a nap, you can't rest, you're unsettled. That means there's crystals not supposed to be in that area and probably not supposed to be mixing with the other crystals. Right, exactly, Dee. That's what I'm saying. The crystals will tend to jump and move. No, Shauna, your crystals don't need charged. They're not unbalanced. You're unbalanced. You need charged by having the crystal on you. Crystals do not need charged. They are not imperfect. They are perfect geometrically in pattern, and their blueprint is perfect. We don't have a perfect blueprint. We've got a bunch of frequencies and vibrations. They have one frequency, one vibration. That's it. So they are not imbalanced. They are not unbalanced. They're not unbalanced. They're perfectly balanced. So they don't need charged or anything like that. That to me would be a bonding experience with your crystal and you. You're just bonding with it. You're doing something special for it, like giving it a little massage. Okay? No, Jamie, it won't be like that. No. We're definitely going to know that there was a transition made and that things are about to change and get real. Things are about to get real is basically it. That, these lower energies cannot sit there and say there's no aliens. They're going to try to cling to their religion. And that's basically what's happening right now. That cathedral burnt down because God made it happen. It was a test, and it was also a sign. Okay? That's just the beginning. And these signs are going to continue. Big things are going to continue when it comes to religion. And I kept saying, I don't know how many times I've told you guys, these walls will come tumbling down. How many times have I said that to you guys? So many times. And this is just the beginning. And I've predicted this 3 years ago. And in this very last prediction in January that I posted about, it's in there as well. Yes, they will be very visible to the eye, Patty. Yes, that's the whole point. That's what at least I was being shown. Because I asked about the 3 days. I wasn't aware of the 3 days at first. I had no idea what anybody was talking about. And then I sat with Maria and talked to her, and all I saw was big ass spaceships covering the skies for no light to come in. And humanity running around freaking out, killing one another, rioting, doing all this stuff. But what I saw in the houses of the enlightened ones, there was almost like a blue hue covering the house of the enlightened ones, the ones that are awakened. And there was these yellow creamy candles all around the rooms lit, and the light wouldn't burn out. It just kept going, and it wasn't melting down either. It kept going. It was almost like time stopped. Do Did you ever watch a video of like a candle burning and the wick doesn't go down? It's almost like they just kept looping the video so it looked aesthetically pleasing to the music. So you just were watching this candle, but it never burnt down. It was like that. The candle never burnt down. It just was burning in all these rooms and in these houses of the enlightened ones. So I don't know. I didn't know what it was until she told me. And I am too, Jamie. That's the problem. I am having trouble driving anymore. Like, people are nuts when they're driving now. Like, they're not paying attention. They're doing what the hell they want. They're pulling out in front of people. It's like they don't care. And they will ride your butt. Like, where are you going?
It's a free-for-all.
Where are you going that you're in such a hurry? Calm down. Relax. You should have probably woke up early before you did that. No, it's the whole world, Chan. No, it's the whole world. There's no light anywhere on the world for 3 days. And it starts on a Thursday, from what I was shown. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You have to be in a house. You can't be in a shop or anything like that, or a merchant place like Giant Eagle or anything. They always, what she told me was, always have water stocked up, some food that won't go bad, and these candles. I have to find the candles. There's some kind of blessed creamy candle, and I have to find it. Yeah, that's what I'm gathering, Jamie. Yeah, this blue haze around the house is protecting. And I do see the windows boarded up because the humans get scared that the other humans are going to break in. But for some reason, the houses are miraged, even though they have boarded up wood. No electricity now, Patty, no electricity. It's almost like our grid to the satellites and things like that just go off grid. Because, okay, Maria's using an example. Do you ever see those shows where the person like has this alien and, am I frozen? Okay, her number's at 134, isn't that funny? Yvonne's number and mine is 34 together. Anyway, so there's a spaceship above the car, and you guys remember they always say, "Oh, my car shut down. I couldn't get my car to turn on." Okay, that's what's gonna happen. All these spaceships are gonna shut everything down. That's basically what's gonna happen. Did you guys hear me talk about the spaceship above the car? Because somebody just said I froze.
What about if our puppies have to go outside?
I can get the candles. Yeah. Wait, what?
What about the dogs?
What about the dogs? They'll be fine.
You go outside with the baby?
Yeah, well, that ain't happening. I'll have to go down in the basement till it's over. Right, exactly, Jamie. That's exactly what is going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of say it again. Okay, so basically what Maria says is with the spaceships coming and covering up all the light, you see on those documentaries, the UFO documentaries, they always say, oh, I saw the spaceship and it was above my car, but I couldn't start my car. Time stopped. The clock on my car stopped, but then when it went away, it did another time. Like, basically what's going to happen is the spaceships are going to shut down the grids to everything. They have the power in the machines. It's the power in the machines that's doing it. It shuts down everything. And it's almost like time stops for 3 days. Patty said I'll get lots of painting done in 3 days. Jody, that actually happened to me. If you guys remember, a week or 2 weeks before my car accident, my car was in the shop because it suddenly wasn't starting. It would just shut down. And we took it into the car dealership. They had it for a week and did all these tests, and there was nothing wrong with it. And then the day I think was it the day before or the day after I got my car and I drove it? Okay, so it was like the day before or the day after I finally got my car. I get into that car accident. It was crazy. Oh yeah, they will, Gina. I know they will. Shan, you'll find your way into a house. Sandra Jody asked the same question, why will this happen? Because our alien families are sick of being away from us. They were here in the beginning. They helped us do the pyramids. They helped us build our cities. You didn't just go, guys, we didn't just start from monkeys and just go from this. Okay? It didn't happen that way. It's like a huge chunk of history went missing. Do you ever put that together? Dinosaurs, monkeys, and what, we just suddenly like pooped ourselves out of the mountains? Like, guys, think about this. We were placed here. Human race is alien to this land. They were brought here by spaceship to flourish, procreate, flourish. Okay, let me put it this way. Do you remember the whole, and this is in my book, and I can't believe I'm really going to give this to you, but you guys can read it in my book too. Do you remember when Eve and Adam were casted out of heaven? Okay, heaven is actually a planet, or no, I'm sorry, the Garden of Eden. I got that mixed up. The Garden of Eden is actually a planet, okay? And things died down in the Garden of Eden. It was no longer habitable, okay? So the alien beings, the humans at that time, picked up and left and found Earth. And they landed here. And our alien family that put us here helped us create cities like the pyramids and all these other things. And they used the constellation here, and that's where we got the whole constellation, birthing, all this stuff, to communicate. They use the stars to still, to this day, communicate with their earthly human family. But eventually, somehow, that information got distorted, forgotten, history took over, consciousness took over, the veil took over, amnesia took over. All these things took over. And we forgot. Humans forgot. Okay, Sandra, I don't really know how to answer the Jesus thing.
What's up, buddy? Come here. Come see me. Come here. What are you doing, my big bubbas? Come here. You gonna come say hi?
He doesn't like to be on camera. It's weird.
Wanna come say hi? Come here. Come say to mama. Come say to mama. Look. Want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Hi. What are you doing? You getting some water? You getting some crystal water?
He loves his crystal aventuring.
It's a big Bubba. Look how big he is. Mwah. He's mwah. Bubba Blue. Huh? You want to go see Yvonne? You eyeing her up?
He's
Are
big.
you... Oh, come on. You just watered me down with your saliva. Vader, thanks for the bath. See you later.
No problem, Mama.
Oh, dear God. He's my big bear. He is ginormous. Yeah, Jesus is part alien. Yes. Yes, he comes from other lands. He's been around. The trees will be okay. Everything will be fine. He has the oh shit, she put me on camera face. He hates being on camera. Like, I think he was okay with this because I wasn't actually clicking, but the second I click, he's like looking off. I'm like, why can't you just take a picture? He did one picture and actually smiled. I couldn't believe it. I got him smiling in the one.
Aww.
Like, we're both smiling in this one picture. I gotta find it. It's on my Facebook somewhere. But it's hysterical. He's actually smiling. Okay, here's the thing, Alexis. I'm going to answer that because that's a good one. Okay, so no, the aliens aren't hurting the souls here by abducting them. Here's what's happening. Okay. Anybody here ever get a itchy spot maybe on their arm? Like it's just in that one spot, it's itchy, one spot, maybe on your shoulder, itchy all the time. Okay, constantly itches. This is a spiritual mechanism for your alien family to keep track. It's a tracking device spiritually to keep track of where you're at, what are you doing, who's around you, how are you feeling. It monitors everything. And then in space, there's the council. And when you walk into this facility, there's actually these holographic screens. They're really big screens, and there's technicians, if you will, that sit at these screens and keep track of all the people that have the spiritual tracking devices in them. Okay? So when somebody has an abduction, it's their spiritual family getting with them and fixing something. So let's say, for example, and you start to hear, you've been hearing this a lot lately. It's not even that they were mean or bad to them anymore. All of a sudden now it's switching to, oh, I had cancer and now I don't have it anymore. Like one lady said she had cancer and she was actually heading into treatment, and she saw a spaceship and she said to them, I know you're my family. I don't want to go through this. Can you take this away from me? And the next day, she was cancer-free. They're not here to harm us. And what they're doing with these devices, like they say that they're probing them and doing all these things to them, yeah, it hurts the body because the body's not used to spiritual, technical, high vibrational tools. But it's to monitor and fix things on their body to get them better. So the body takes it as like, oh shit, I'm being attacked. Because the body goes right into fight or flight, okay? And this is so that we don't kill ourselves, and you don't want to kill yourself. The biggest thing there is you don't want to give up. Like if you have cancer, fight. The whole point of it is, like I had a spirit tell me, after she had her baby, she just gave up. She just crossed over and went to heaven. She didn't want to deal with it anymore. And she said to me, I wish I wouldn't have done that because now I got to come back and do it all over again. And she goes, not the same life, but I have to come back and learn the same lesson. So I can't give up this time. If you give up, you got to come back. So you might as well just suck it up, do the whole life, get what you need under your belt, and that's it. You're done. You're over with. So the body immediately goes for fight or flight when these things happen, so it takes it as negative, when really that's not exactly what happened. And that's why your body can't really remember if it hurt or not. But immediately it's just going to assume that it did. Do you see? Okay. Right, Patty just used an example. They used to stick me with pins all the time. It never hurt. I was never afraid. I know someone who says aliens come to him and work on him, and his family thinks he's crazy, and now they exclude him from the family. Hi, welcome to my world. Same thing. Yeah. I talked to one sister out of the 5 siblings that I have in this life, so. Oh, okay, guys. Thank you, Sally. Awesome. Well, I need to wrap it up anyway because I gotta eat. What time is it?
It's not 10.
Oh, is that it? I thought it was like midnight. Glad we went early at 6:30.
Yeah.
It's funny how time flies. Laura, no. All that stuff's planned out. It's never an accident. Might look like a fluke, but it's not. Everything is in the contract. You cannot. Here's why. I'm going to tell you why that is. When something happens in a contract, all the contracts connected to it get affected like a domino effect. Okay, so you can't do one. You have to be very spirit guides have to be very, very precise, and so does the council. They have to be very precise in what they grant and accept in a change on a contract. because the spirit guides can't just change something. They have to go back to the council, the elders, and ask, can we adjust this? Can we move this around? They have to be very careful and precise if they do, because it will affect everybody like a domino effect. So no, there's no accidents. Everything is planned out to the T, perfectly, blueprinted, so everything works. If you have a dream, I can do a dream interpretation. That's a session on my website, thedivinemedium.com, and I do those dream interpretation sessions. You guys are very welcome. We'll be doing this again, but we're going to do a shopping spree here, guys. I know a ton of you have been inboxing, when are you guys doing a shopping spree for the crystals? And we're going to be doing it next week. We're going to be doing a shopping spree on the shop next week. So if there's items you've been wanting, oh my God, we got so much stuff in. We got crystal purses that you can wear. Awesome. So we'll be showing those too. So a lot of crystal stuff is going to get sold off. So if you want something, we'll post it and just join in on the live shopping spree and get your items that you really want. So we wanted to wait till after Easter because I know you guys probably spent, you guys are spending money on Easter baskets, Easter food. So we wanted to give you guys time. No, you don't pick the wrong partner either. And you might think that after the relationship is close to toxic, and that's just your soul saying, I no longer can learn from this person. We need to change it up. Okay, so no, there's no mistakes on partners, no mistakes on family, as I question that, but no mistakes on anything with your soul contract. Everything's planned out, blueprinted to a T. You guys have been amazing, and I can't wait to teach more. I don't know what I'm going to teach next time, but we're going to do another live feed, hopefully next week or the week after, and then the shopping spree. And then, yeah, I'm going to do like a live with the singing bowls. Ooh, it's going to be fun. Can't wait. Love you guys. You guys have a good night. Say bye, Yvonne.
Bye.
Mwah. Wait. Oh, that was lame. There's stuff in it. Wait. That was really loud. Pierced my ear. Headache.
Also for you and me.
Now I got a headache. Okay, guys. Love you guys.
Bye.
Peace out, Cub Scout. Sharing is caring. Share it to your friends. Share the video out to everyone. Love you.